All right, what's up, guys? Welcome. This is the Bloody Rootz Podkast, episode number 10.
We got two special guests, my coworkers. We got Larry and my boy Chewy. They're gonna explain the tribe life. The tribe life. Travelers.
That's what you call it, tribe?
I don't know. I just came up with that right now. Oh, maybe you guys can explain a little bit what it is to be a traveler.
There is actually a name to it.
For real?
Yeah.
What is it?
They call them road dogs.
Road dogs?
Yeah.
That sounds way
that
cooler.
sounds better.
Yeah, that sounds fucking dope. In my point of view, I call it tribe life because a lot of the times, like I've noticed, like people that travel, it literally feels like they come in a tribe. Like you'll come with like family members or homies, and they all come like in a bunch, and then there'll be like different groups from different states, and they'll all be like in one spot. It's just like a fucking like a tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have like the locals, and then you have like a group of people that came from Texas, maybe some that came from Louisiana, or all of them come from Texas, but they're all from different groups. So you all kind of like belong somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
But what do you guys like? What do you guys do? Like, you guys travel in refineries all over the states, or like how do you guys do it?
Or is it strictly Chicago?
No, we travel all over the states. We've gone to North Dakota, Arkansas, Louisiana, and here Chicago, Tennessee. Where else? We've gone a few places.
That should be right about it.
And
But
all over
it-
Texas as well.
Yeah, and then all over Texas. But more than anything, it's not that we go to a specific place. We go to where we believe is the best bang for our buck. You know,
Hell yeah.
like
Wherever there's the best
the
opportunity.
best
Yeah.
opportunity. Yeah, so basically, like my philosophy behind it is everywhere I go, there's gonna be BS. Like no matter where you go,
Mhm.
what profession you have, whether you're blue collar, whether you're white collar, whatever it is, just make it worth the while, and that's what we chase. Per se is what's gonna pay you, what's gonna give you the most outcome out of you reap what you sow type deal.
For sure.
So,
So I have a question, I guess, for all of you guys. Since you work in the refineries, how does that work? Like, are you referred by somebody that's out here that you know? Or, like, how do you find these
Well,
spots?
It does. You have to know somebody in there to actually get the job.
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, you go and apply at an office, you won't get the job.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
It is what
You gotta
it is.
call the boss.
Yeah. So basically, everywhere that we went and every job that we've had, somebody always calls us to go work for them, or we always get job calls, right? Like,
yeah, it's always been a recommendation.
you have to be rigged in to actually work at the place.
That's what they call it, a reckon.
Yeah.
They're requesting the personnel to
Yeah.
go out there.
Yeah.
But it not necessarily do you have to be pulled in by someone. They have job openings all the time, but like I said, it's not gonna be worth your time. So, well, it's happened before where we've seen it. It hasn't personally happened to us, but there's lots of guys that they'll have like work history gaps in between. Like they'll leave this job here and then they won't get a call for like 2-3 weeks or maybe a month, and they'll go get one of those what they call them what is an open rec. They'll have an open rec in the office and they'll go and apply. And the reason why I don't like doing it is because you always work pretty much with the same company.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Starcon, the chances of us working with Starcon again, which is who we're with now, it'll be a very slim chance. Maybe the next time it'll be till next year, whenever the next turnaround kicks off. But we can go to the office back home in Deer Park, and I can go to Brock and get a job. But the guys that we always work with, that call us, it's always with Brock, with Brandon Patch. It's always the same companies. So we don't go to the open recs because then you get blackballed. You get like they call it it'll be a 30, 60, or 90-day penalty.
Mm.
So I won't go in there just to work for 2 weeks, because it's happened before that you go and start working with said company, and then they call you. Big Dog will call you from that same company, but he's working in a completely different location, and you won't be able to go because you're already in that company system.
Yeah.
So-
and if you go with your homies, they'll be able to kind of control that, right? To where you don't get blackballed.
because you're
Yeah.
not in the system.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
who you know that really
Shit,
goes
you
a
have
long
to
way,
know. You have to know some people, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So but you don't necessarily have to wait for somebody to call you. You know, the work is there, but like I said, it'll be maintenance work. What I would consider kind of like, um, not to badmouth them, but to me it's like a bit mediocre, because you know what you're capable of. Why am I
Yeah.
going to sell myself short to these guys
Mm-hmm.
whenever I can aim for something a bit bigger? You know what I mean? So that's the reason why we never do it. You know, I rather come out here. We've been here since July 27th to be exact. Come out here, hit it hard, try to stay up as much as I can, and be off for a couple weeks, and then start either if I get a call, if not, start calling before I make that jump of walking into the office and then having that bite me in the butt. A couple weeks later, because it always happens.
And it's happened to us a few times.
Yeah, it's always happened. So
But you guys, obviously, it's something you learned all this stuff through, obviously, through some errors, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And figuring out how to manage through it, and you guys learned. You had to
in
network.
the first
and-
years, yeah, in the first years, and it was really a learning experience, kind of like on my behalf, because, talking about how we got into it, the Hispanic community, families, and all that. In a way, like you said, it's like a tribe. You follow them.
Yeah.
So, like for example, if your dad was a concrete worker, and he did very good for himself, and your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, second cousins, whatever, they see that your dad is doing very well in the concrete business. What are they gonna do?
Go in
They're
there.
gonna follow him. Yeah, they're gonna follow him. And us, we come from immigrant families, right? So all of our family, all they did ever did was carpentry work. So they did the import and export business, whereas all of this is building crates. Some of this will come in crates. This table, this coffee table, the
Yeah,
couch,
sure.
it'll come in a crate, and that's what they would do. And they were good enough. It was the best opportunity that they had at hand,
Yeah.
because they had very big obstacles at the time. So they were doing good for themselves. So what does everybody else do? They follow behind.
Yeah,
They follow behind. So that's what we did. I started in it, and in 2010, once I graduated from high school. He did the same thing,
Yeah, 2017.
and it got to a point where, with that there, it was based off the oil and gas industry. So, back in 2010, 2012, all the way to like 2015, the oil industry was booming. It was like $100 a barrel. It was something. It was crazy prices. Not like, I don't know what they are now. I won't. Don't quote me on it. But last time I seen it was like $50 or $40 a barrel, something like that. So back then there was lots of work, dude. Lots of work, and that's all that we knew. So it was going good, and then like I said, 2014, 2015, it started to collapse. It started to fall. And that's whenever I decided to make the jump. I was like, you know what? I keep hearing people talk about it, the refineries,
Mhm.
but I never knew about it. Why? Because nobody in the family ever,
Worked in there.
ever went that route.
Yep.
And I was the first one. I was the first one in 2016.
What do you think? Not to detract you. You can continue, but what do you think kept like your family from going that route before you made that decision? Do you think it was conditions, working conditions, and did they know what it entailed, or they just didn't know about it?
Not
The-
having a green card. And
Yeah, they didn't know
Ah.
about it, and like you said, that there were
That's true.
immigrants. So
Yeah.
a lot of places, and we're gonna get into it,
Mhm.
but a lot of refineries that require the TWIC card, and for you to have the TWIC card,
Yeah.
it's your transportation workers identification,
Identification
something
card.
credential. Yeah, that's a long name to it. You have to be a U.S. citizen, and it goes based off biometrics.
And they
So-
do a background check, dude. Like,
yes, an
I think
extensive
FBI
background
and
check,
all
real,
that
yeah.
shit.
You can have felonies. I don't maybe
No
not even
felonies.
a misdemeanor. Depending on, I'm guessing, on the charges. So nobody ever went that way because that door was shut for them. They couldn't go that route.
Wow.
So that was the reason why, even till today, and now a lot of them, now they have their work permits. Now they're residents. Some of them are citizens, but it's what they've known all their life. And and we're talking about they came here in the 80s.
Yeah.
The
90s,
70s?
Yeah.
So they already got their houses paid off. I'm pretty sure they have their retirement plan already set out for themselves. So their kids are old already. So for them to start something new all over again, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, like they say, you can't teach a monkey a new trick. They're not gonna do it anymore. And
That is true. I feel like all OGs that once
yeah,
once they went a
don't
route,
do
they
it.
don't go. They don't want to try nothing
Yeah.
new, man.
It's like how they say,
After years of doing it, shit.
like how they, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they made do with what
That's
they
true.
had, and we've talked about it with him lots of times, bro. That I've met guys that were making $400 a week. Like, could you imagine, us making $400 a week now? Dude, I would starve to death.
Yeah.
Where would
It's
you
no
live?
joke. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
it's
would you
hard.
live? Now, of course, back then, housing was a lot cheaper, but like everything.
But
That-
still,
that-
when if you had a family
Yeah,
and all
family
that,
and everything else. And I met this gentleman, and I was telling him about it. Dude, he had multiple rent houses, multiple properties that he was renting, and whether they were making him money now, it's like he still had to have the initial investment for him. How do you have that type of money when you're only making $400 a week? But he lived a simple life.
Yeah.
And whenever I quit that job with them doing the carpentry, he would tell me every week, "Hey, Chuy, compré un torito." And I was like, "Bro, how do you do that, dude?" Yeah, he would
You're
tell
looking
me.
at your wallet like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. And
barely have enough for a sandwich, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking
dude.
$40 an hour and shit.
and it wasn't 400 a week. With them, they would pay on the 15th and the 30th of each month. Of course, except
Oh,
for
fuck,
February,
dude.
right?
Bi-weekly, yeah.
But it wasn't even bi-weekly.
No,
because
that's semi-monthly or something like that.
however,
Yeah.
I don't
God.
know the proper name
It's
to it.
only 2 paychecks a month. That's it.
Yeah, that
But, no,
sucks.
but it's messed up, dude, because the 15th isn't always on a Friday.
Yeah.
It's sometimes on a Monday, on a Wednesday.
You really gotta budget yourself.
Yeah.
If I get a check on a Monday, we're fucked.
You see what I'm
Spending,
saying?
boy.
You see what I'm saying? And,
Fucking Amazon all week.
and this man, he had, like I said, multiple rent houses. He had a ranch farm, whatever you want to call it, bulls, cows, chickens, goats. How did he do it? I have no idea.
They'll
But,
save,
but
right?
all power to him. Yeah, and to a certain point, I did know how he do it. He pulled out his flip phone, prepaid phone, and here we are trying to have the newest iPhone.
Oh no, he was living smart, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, fuck that,
Definitely.
I got my razor, dog.
But either way, to me, is how do you budget $400 a week?
So
It's
when was
something-
this?
I
like
think-
10 years ago or now?
No,
Back in
dude.
2010.
Yeah, no. Whenever I was there, whenever he told me it was 2013.
Yeah,
2014.
But if you
was
think
it
about it,
cheaper at the time or
Yeah, it was
the same
cheaper.
shit? It
always
was?
cheaper.
Yeah,
way
but I mean,
cheaper,
it couldn't
Oh.
have been.
but another
cheap
thing
enough.
Wait,
too.
this is
No.
in Texas though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah.
So
Another-
Texas is cheaper too, I think.
Oh
It's
yeah,
coming up.
a little
But
bit cheaper.
Regardless of the fact is that is hard.
$400 is $400.
But
But
dude,
That's
if
fucking
you
hard.
have when it comes to buying property and stuff like that, I know you just have to have really good credit, and you have to have a steady income, right?
Mhm.
So this guy probably started off one property, and then he slowly built up. Dude, you're pretty much you're building your shit on borrowed money.
Basically.
So
Dude,
Yeah, he
that's
could
the
he could
fucking
have borrowed
truth,
from
man.
his escrow.
it's
for-
from loans,
yeah
from
from the positive
from the
equity on
bank.
his home. Yeah.
so yeah, that guy. I mean, he played it smart.
Yeah, he
it-
said, don't get a credit card, buy a plasma TV and
dude,
max it out. He said, no, fuck this. I'm paying my bills that I pay any other every month, regardless.
Because
I'll
I'm
pay to my
telling you,
credit
dude,
card.
when I was looking at, eventually investing in property, right? I talked to a guy in Chicago land area, and he called, like, I had, like, sent him, like, an email or something, just because I wanted to know more, like, what do I need to do to buy my first property, like, for a rental. And the guy called me, he kind of talked to me, he's like, okay, where do you stand with debt? The first thing he asked, he's like, yeah, first thing you want to do is eliminate any debts you have.
Mhm.
If you have any debts, eliminate that. Then try to live very cheap and just save up your money and then invest in a property. And then just from that property, within 2 years, then you'll probably see some profit and then on to the next. It's a slow build, but dude,
It's like Monopoly.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
trust the process pretty
But
much.
then
yeah.
again, we choose to live the flashy life.
it's
you
it's
know?
so hard,
It's
dude.
difficult.
I know.
You're,
It's so
you're
hard.
caught between what you really need to do and society.
Yeah.
And then it's difficult because I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you're married, but us two
Yeah,
are married. Okay,
we're all
he's
married
like,
here.
dude. Telling
Yeah.
your wife no
It's tough.
sometimes on that new purse or those new sandals.
Yeah, man. World War III, buddy.
Yeah, and a lot of people say happy wife, happy life. No, you have to find,
There's a
the
fine
in
line.
between. Yeah, you have to find them. You have to, come to an agreement. But
You gotta keep your hands strong.
but
Just kidding.
Yeah, right. She can't have her hands strong, dude.
She's like, yeah, you're right. No.
gonna kick the door down. But then again, it comes to me. It's like, dude, I work so hard. I owe this to myself. And then that's when it becomes real hard, dude.
Bro, we
Especially
just
once-
talked about that right
especially
now.
Yeah.
especially once you have kids as well. See, me growing up, it was it's 5 of us total. It's 2 women and 3 men. So I know what it was like to go to the corner store, the gas station or whatever, and dude, I'm looking at the bag of chips from far away, and I asked for one yesterday. Chances of me getting one today is gonna be no, right? And it's like, I know how many times I walked away from the store, dude, wanting a chocolate, wanting a whatever candy bar, bag of chips, or soda.
Yep.
And then I see my kids, and it's like, damn, dude, I'm away from them half the year, and then they ask me for a toy that I know they're not gonna play with it tomorrow. They're just gonna break it, probably even break it today, and that's it. They're gonna throw it under the bed and forget about it.
Yeah.
But to me, it's hard because it's like, I'm not there to physically give them my love. So in a way, it's like you kind of have to buy it from them, you know?
And that's why I respect the travelers so much, bro, because they travel, dude. They're away from their families a lot of times. So they'll be, imagine, dude, I feel bad not being with them for one day, bro. So, like, months, I mean, they're doing the ultimate sacrifice
That's a
as
huge
a man.
sacrifice, yeah.
So they're going to say, I make all this fucking money so that my family can not need anything and have extra. You know, it's
And big
it's
props to
fucking
you guys,
tough.
man. That's,
yeah, and it's
that's
it's a big
respectable, man.
dilemma because you tell yourself, I want them to want or need for anything, right? But then at the end of the day,
They need you.
they need you and they want you. So it's like it's very hard, man. Like there's a lot of guys that, I never envy anybody. I'm a strong believer. If you can do it, so can I. We're not that we're not that different. But I do envy the guys that found a job that are at home, and they're making things happen for them, and they get to sleep in their bed. See their wife, see their kids, their brother, their sister, family. I envy that because, dude, we've been searching and it's tough. It's tough because this industry is very cutthroat.
Hell yeah.
It's very, very cutthroat, and until you start traveling, you start talking to people from all over the country, you start to figure out damn, sometimes we do have a little bit better down there, but it's still not enough. you
Yeah.
know? And it's one of those things where, I guess you have to come to terms with being okay with what you can afford. But then again, it's like it's one of those things where I've seen videos. It's like, don't stop digging. What if a couple more shovels and you would have got to the gold, you would have got to the diamond.
Yeah.
I always think about that. I always think about, look at it through that perspective, and it's like, what if I keep going? What if I keep going and land the job that I actually want? And what if out here they would have one day offered to any one of us, hey, you know what, I want you to run this job site. I'll call my wife and my kid, what, come over here.
Hell yeah.
We'll be good.
There's
So
never
if-
nothing not worth it to be stationary and just stay on the spot.
Yeah, even if you have to relocate, there's nothing wrong with having to start all over.
I think it's better sometimes, to be honest.
But I respect that big time. You're taking the risk, and I mean, you need that. You need to be able to take that risk. If you're stagnant, you're not moving in your position that you're at, and you just need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's a very famous saying in Spanish that goes, detrás del miedo está el dinero. I've heard it a lot. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
yeah.
But, it's like you say, you have to take the risk. And the reason why we travel is, like whenever we came out here, he told me about the job and he told me everything, right? So he came out here last year and he told me about it. And you know what? I want to try it out. He told me about it, but now I want to try it out.
So Larry brought you into BP? Or what?
Yeah, over here.
Oh, shit.
Because he came out here. Yeah, he came out here. Whenever he came out here, I was in at the Sasol refinery in Sulphur, Louisiana.
Oh, shit. Is it
Yeah.
literally called sulfur?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sulphur, Louisiana.
Sulphur,
Yeah,
That's
they
fucking
have
funny,
like
huh?
one of some of the biggest sulfur mines out there. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, and I was out there, and not only they weren't needing people here, but I had a good spot out there.
Sorry. Yo, are you good on? Do you need another beer already, fool?
No,
or what?
I'll take one.
Hell
we're
yeah.
gonna make the run.
Another one?
We'll get a whole round there, everybody. Oh, you keep going though.
And
I'll get a Modelo, please.
Modelo?
Yes.
The negra or the regular?
Regular.
How you liking the PBRs?
do they taste a lot like Michelob?
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, man. And it's cheaper, bud. Nah.
no, they're good.
thank you.
They're good.
They're, like, smooth on you,
yeah,
right?
They're real.
I know. I
They're
really
not-
want a
it's not a
Modelo,
heavy- it's not a
but
heavy
fuck,
beer.
I'll get bloated, man.
Thank you.
I'll join you though, fool. Just let me get like 2 more in. You know
Alright,
what I'm
sounds good.
saying?
Shit, by the time you get 2 more, I have like a
These-
12 pack.
These are my fluffers, baby.
No, it's a good beer.
You guys know what the fluffer is, right?
No.
You know what the
Never heard of
fluffer is, Larry?
No.
It's the chick that masturbates the porn star before the real deal. She masturbates him before he gets to the real deal, you know?
Get some ready.
Que se prenda.
Yes, these are the fluffers.
That's
a good way to start.
Like you guys, you know, that's the couch, you know? That's the
Yeah.
casting couch.
Yeah, the
I'm telling
casting
you,
couch
that's
for
the first thing I
sure.
saw when I came in, I was like, we're at the wrong podcast.
It was worse before you guys got here, dude. We only had one couch. So it was just me and him in front of the camera. And we,
This
to
ain't gonna
make
work
matters worse, we did the first episode on the laptop camera. I'm like, oh fuck.
The audio was fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, this looks very pornographic to me.
It's kind of like back to like the what was it called, OVO or UVU days? That,
Oh, yeah.
that,
Shit, I didn't have
that
that.
online chat. I never
that
had
was
it either. I
the
didn't-
chat, the online chat where you can go on and like chat with random people around the
Yeah.
world.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Just
Like a
random ass
walkie-talkie
people?
thing as well.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? I don't think I got to use that.
Yeah.
I remember that AOL shit. Remember the AOL messenger?
Bro, I never had a computer.
For real?
No, yeah,
That was
like
on the
my
phone.
Nah,
friends.
you
my
were
friends-
missing out, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Dude.
I've seen some fucked up shit. Dude, you remember
Your mind didn't get corrupted. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm lying to you. I did have a computer. Well, my sister bought a desktop, and they introduced me to LimeWire. Bro, I made like 100
Oh,
CDs
shit.
on
Bro,
it.
you-
I messed that computer up, dude. That thing was-
What would you look at there, man?
that thing was
Porn?
hurt,
You got a
bro.
virus.
Would you look at porn or download music? Say the truth.
No, we're downloading music, but
Oh,
Right.
dude, literally,
Nah.
we took it to get cleaned. Man, it was game over. That hard drive or whatever internal was burned.
Yeah,
That shit
that
was
shit-
bad.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's true. That LimeWire, man, was a shit, but fuck.
Yeah.
It'll fuck your shit up.
Other viruses.
fuck, man. Those are really good days.
I know. I remember watching this video on YouTube. It was called it was fucked up, dude. That's why it's crazy that YouTube censors shit now, because I literally watched the video on YouTube. Se llamaba 2 Dudes, 1 Hammer. And I hate that I saw it because it was literally 2 guys. They had a hammer and they ran up to this old guy and they fucking just whacked him with the hammer, dude. They whacked him with the hammer and just beat him to death. And that was on YouTube.
They kept hitting
Holy
him.
shit.
Yeah, dude, they beat him to death. It was on YouTube. I was like,
Full
I heard
murder.
2 girls, 1 cup, right? I
Yeah.
didn't watch it though.
Me neither.
So, but I heard about that. So then when I put 2, literally 2 guys, 1 hammer.
So this was before YouTube had all the restrictions.
Oh,
This is
dude,
like,
dude, back then
it was
you could wing-
unrated.
yeah,
he's
you
talking
could
like 10
wing
years
your
ago.
wiener all over. It probably
Yeah.
wouldn't do shit about it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Back in those Girls Gone Wild days.
yeah,
Oh,
did they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that?
you're talking about that like 2008, 2005.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
time
a.
period.
That's why my mom really was telling me, is like, oh, mijo, like I don't let your brother use a phone because there's all kinds of bad shit. But I'm like, shit. I'm like, damn, you don't know the shit I watched. Like shit.
Yeah.
When I was fucking Willie's age. Willie's like 11 now.
on a desktop, right?
Yeah, that's when I saw the 2 guys, 1 hammer. I'm like, shit.
Fuck.
was
Only
like,
you knew, mom.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Yeah,
All
no,
I
it's-
needed was channel 99.
It's crazy
on
all
the
the
screen TV.
all the websites that you find and people tell you about. Like there was one that was called rotten.com, and on there you would see like somebody that got run over by a train, like or somebody that like killed themselves in front of a train, a guy that got his head chopped off by a helicopter.
No fucking way.
Crazy
It's
shit,
like some gory stuff. Yeah.
gory shit.
Oh.
I saw this at a young age too
Wait, this was on Rotten.com?
on rotten.com, and
Is it
then
still there or no?
I'm sure that website's still out there. But there was another one that there was another one that fucked up eating chocolate for me. It was a woman putting breast milk on a chocolate bar. I was like,
Oh.
oh! Yeah, I remember being a kid. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Like those things you can't see.
Still taste it though. Yeah, I know. Like, there's some dudes that actually like they'll fucking drink the chick's breast milk or something. You guys didn't do that, right?
No.
Yeah, all right, good.
It's like silence. No.
Yeah,
I know.
This got awkward quick.
I had to make sure.
We said it was gonna get weird, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this can go any way. Like, did you guys ever watch that show, Homelander? I mean, Homelander. The Boys?
The boys know.
No.
No? Fuck. All right, I guess I'll let
They
this
don't
one
watch
go.
that little kid shit, dude.
I know, right? They're like, man, we're here to work, motherfucker. Fuck your show.
I've never heard of it. No.
No, well, it's like it's like basically of superheroes, and it's like but these like are superheroes gone nuts, bro. Like literally, like this guy has like Superman powers, like lasers the dude's head off, and it's like gory and shit. It's fucking dope. Huh?
It was all violent and shit.
Oh, dude, it's super violent. It's fucking badass.
Yeah, if it wasn't on Nickelodeon, I
we
didn't
wouldn't
watch
watch
it.
this shit.
Yeah.
No, dude,
No,
it's,
this is
we didn't even
new-
have
this is
cable
newer,
back in
right?
the day.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Seth Rogen is like one of the writers for that show or some
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Dude, it's fucking sick. It's hilarious. It's fucking badass. You guys should definitely watch it. But back to the refineries, I did want to ask one question though, and we kind of talked about it this week at work, right? So like, I traveled for like almost a year, and it was badass the traveling, right? But I always heard, like, I remember when I first started, all the homies from Texas and you know out of state would be like, hey man, like you gotta travel, like, and I remember one time this dude showed me his fucking check. It was like $4,000.
Mhm.
I'm like, God, in one fucking week, like I made like $600, and I thought it was a shit. He's like, nah, look, dude, like fucking $4,000, like un día pinche niño, un día. I was like, all right, cool. So then like I went traveling, and it wasn't necessarily the 4,000. So I was like, what the fuck, you know? I guess I just had bad luck. Like, is there always money when you travel, or you don't think there's always, or you think maybe I just didn't choose wisely?
We only move if money's right. Like, you could get fucked over so fucking fast if you don't choose. Like, if you don't get wrecked in, and like you said, if you go in the open wreck, you're getting fucked.
For real.
Yeah, you get less per diem, you get less an hour, and it's happened like in Louisiana. Remember the first time we ever traveled, we went in cheap. I think it was like 21, and like I forgot how much per diem, like 70. And the people were leaving, and they were like, no, give them more money and more per diem. We got way more, and then they did an open wreck, and they brought them in at the same rate that we came in at first, and they stayed.
Damn.
Yeah,
So what's per diem? He doesn't know what per diem
it's
is.
untaxed money, free money a day.
But why do they give you per diem? Like when you
For
travel?
your expenses, like food, like hotel, and stuff like
Your
that.
travel and all.
Yeah.
And how does that work? Did they give you per diem like every
Is,
day?
and it's
or?
per diem it's per day.
It's every
Yeah,
day.
it's
So
per day.
let's say they schedule, they tell you it's you're gonna have $100 a day, so you get $100 every day. in your
Oh, nice.
paycheck.
Like Michael
Yeah.
Scott in The Office.
He talks about per diem.
He wastes all his crews per diem.
Oh.
He buys it like on stupid ass shit. He bought bottles. He threw a party. And he used all the per diem for the party.
Yeah,
wasted that.
for the most part, it's a daily per diem.
Yeah.
But you will have the occasional job that they'll do weekly per diems, like the Tesla factory in Austin. They do like a 500 a week per diem.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So everywhere.
But obviously, this is places that like it's hard labor. They're getting this per diem. I don't think it's just every place is giving per diem like that.
I think any industry does it. Like like not necessarily just because I think like you could be in an office, and if they send you out of state, they'll give you a hotel and give you per diem.
Yeah,
It's just like if you're going out of your own way to travel.
but they don't
Like-
give you just enough. Like
Yeah.
like other industries like that, they just give you like just enough for you to get by, and then you're left back with just your regular paycheck.
Hell
And
yeah.
it doesn't cut it.
Yeah, no.
But for sure, per diem is a big factor to you guys
Yeah.
getting your dough, right? Like
out
Yeah.
here,
that's a huge part of
Yeah.
it.
Once
So-
we move out, we have to look for the cheapest hotel that we could find, or the cheapest housing that we could find to save the per diem.
Yeah.
Like spend is like if we could cover our expenses out here with just our per diem, it'll be perfect, you know, and have some left over, because then we'll be getting a bigger paycheck and using less of our paycheck to cover our house bills, you know, so we have more money left over. But if we go out here and stay in a 5-star hotel, it's not gonna be good.
So minimum, how many hours do you guys prefer to work when you guys go out for a job out of state?
All of them.
Shit.
What's all like? What's the minimum? And like, is there a max, or is just
We've gone
from
to a
minimum and
job
above.
in Arkansas that they let us work as much as we wanted. We were working 16, 17, 18 hours a day.
Get
And
out of here!
I
Are you
swear.
serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
So whenever,
Wow.
whenever,
Holy shit, dude!
whenever
It was
we-
like a
When I work 16 hours, I
Yeah.
feel like fucking dying.
Oh
It
fool.
no,
was
I'm
like
like,
they-
God
we're
damn.
dying.
yeah.
The coordinator called me. Big shout out to him, Santos. He calls me. He was like, "Hey, we're in a bind, dude. That refinery there is the worst one by far that we've ever been at.
In what way, like
Dude, like-
quality wise, like engineering?
No,
No,
bro.
yes, everything,
Fucked up piping, and shit?
everything.
Wow,
You think refinery? That there's a death trap
rugged.
for all the for anybody that steps through that gate, dude. Like you're using one of your lives, to walk out of
I
there.
almost lost my life there. in
Really,
that
it's
refinery.
risky business
Bro,
right there.
It was
Unsafe.
bad. So
Fuck.
It
whenever
was bad.
in 2020 we had gotten back from North Dakota, and we were doing little odd jobs in between, and we were doing some sheetrock work in Lake Charles, Louisiana, because they had got hit with a hurricane, so they were refurbishing all the hotels, and this guy calls me in December for us to go out there, and I'm like, well, how much what's the money looking like, and it was low. I'm like, I can make that back home, so I said no, and we just kept pushing it, and then he calls after that. I didn't talk to him again till April, 4 months later. And he was like, hey, I really need your help, come out here. I said, we're gonna have to make it worth the while. I think he ended up giving everybody $3 above what they were originally paying, back in December. I said, shoot, we'll go. Now it's worth it, and they're working a lot of hours. Cause the first thing, you always ask them all the details. Because if I tell them, hey, I got it, they called me for a job in such and such place, he's gonna ask me how much are they paying, how much is it per diem.
Hell yeah.
Hours.
Do I need it? Do I need
For
to
sure,
do I need to
always.
shave? Before I start. Is it FR? Is it twig? It's a
Yeah.
bunch of things, because there's refineries, dude, that they will have you spend like almost a whole week at the safety council doing their
Yeah.
safety orientations, and people don't like to deal with it.
It's
people don't-
boring, bro.
people
Oh,
don't do
Yeah,
yeah.
people don't like to deal with it.
Oh, it's brutal.
So everybody always asks those same questions. So I always give them the info. I said, what is going to be good is with Santos. It's going to be pretty chill. He has a small group. They keep quitting on him. There has to be something going on. But, let's go give him a hand. We went, and they were in turnaround mode. Everything was turned off. We get there, and he tells, hey, it's an open bar. You guys can work however many hours you want. I don't care what you guys do, how y'all do it, get it done.
But it was a good environment, like no pushing or
No.
nothing.
No, dude, no. It
Bro,
was-
if it's like that, I would be down to do
It
16
was-
hours.
He was our supervisor, and then
For
the
real?
Santos
Damn.
guy,
Psh.
the Santos guy was just. In
So
the
he put you
office.
on as a supervisor right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sick, dude.
And
he
he
just-
was the coordinator.
Let's go, Hector.
I'm
And-
down.
You don't
Let's
want to
go.
go there. You don't wanna
And
I
he-
lose my life.
that job there, we did it with Apache, and he was a coordinator, but with NES Global. So they're like, they're partners to the investors that are trying to make the renovation in the refinery,
And they subcontracted you guys.
and they and then NES Global will subcontract whatever company gives them the best bid. So he had nothing to do with Apache, but he brought us on, right? So we went in there, and keep in mind, dude, there was like maybe like 100 scaffold builders.
Yeah, there was a lot of people.
There was like 100 scaffold builders and maybe like another 20 insulators. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys travel. Don't say nothing. Blah blah blah. I said, shit, say less, bro. He gave us a travel pay, gave us a per diem, gave us hours. The hourly pay. We get there and he says, I need this, and this done. And I said, but when do you need it done? Because he's always, he's already telling me what he needs now. What do I have to work with? And he
And
said,
we started on a Wednesday.
and he said, max
started on
yourself out.
Wednesday.
Max
still-
yourself out. And I said, well, what's the max? And he said, I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way. I said, shit, sir, let's do it.
Fucking free
Dude,
for all.
that refinery there, it's called Delic. They have a zero safety culture. No
At all.
harnesses, PPE, nothing.
That sounds pretty dope.
No.
Fuck no, dude.
It's
Not
good.
that
It's
big,
good
bro.
to a certain point, bro.
I like that shit.
Cause we hate working with the harness,
the
right?
jungle, baby.
It's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a free for all. But whenever they want you to climb into a pipe rack, like the
Okay.
5th level of the pipe rack,
Yeah.
Never
with,
mind.
No
with-
harness.
with no harness, you're like, Yeah.
Wait, they do that for real?
Yeah.
I have a
Yes,
video
dude.
where
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
in
bro, and-
Tennessee,
and-
I've seen
Motherfuckers
video.
had to die there for sure.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking.
Okay, so the reason why he was, he felt so urged to finish is because between December to April when we went, they had 2 fires.
Oh shit.
Literally, bro, a whole unit. Let's say like SRU where we're at right now. Just imagine all of SRU burning. Everything, all the fireproofing on the columns, everything off of the pipes. You were just left with bare steel. And 6 refinery workers died on that with that fire.
Holy
Their
fuck,
ears
man.
melted.
But
like
check
half
it
of
out,
their
dude.
Yeah, the
But check
refineries
it-
are fucking.
But check it out, bro. It was all over. I wouldn't say, I'm not as smart as those engineers. I would think I'm not. It was all over something very stupid because you're cutting corners. Whenever we got there, the site manager, I kept telling him, "Hey, bro, I'm having issues getting a permit to work in the unit." And he's like, "Did you get a hold of the helper?" And I told myself, "What the fuck? Why do I need to talk to a helper? I'm a supervisor. They're all journeymen. Why do I have to talk to a helper? You know,
Yeah.
it's like talking to the janitor. To schedule an interview with the CEO. And I'm like, a helper? And he was like, yeah, the helpers. And I said, bro, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I gotta get the fuck out of here, cuz.
And he goes, and he's like, where you at? And I told him, such and such area. He gets there. He gets on the radio. Hey, helper, I need you over here. Dude, I shit you not. A guy from Dedlick, an actual operator from Dedlick shows up, and they're calling this man a helper. Now, you imagine you going up to one of the BP guys and calling him a helper.
Why the fuck they call him a helper?
Or
They're useless.
I'm going to it. I'm going to it. These guys, bro, like for the whole unit, like let's say you have unit 1 through 9. And in unit 1, they have literally 1 operator, 1 process technician, and they will hire 10 helpers. 10 guys that know zero about the oil field, guys that complete green hands. Maybe they
Help
worked
them
in a
open
grocery
valves
store.
and shut
Yeah,
valves.
maybe they worked at a grocery store, at a McDonald's, or fresh out of high school, and you only have 1 guy with knowledge, and he's sitting in the control room, sending his helpers out there to go collect the sample, go bypass
Do they
this
pay
valve.
good?
No.
Bro, they pay shit, dude.
I'm about to say, sounds like an opportunity. No,
Bro, they pay
You're
shit.
like, I'm down for that.
let's go. Well, McDonald's good? Let's do it.
And in that job site there, what ended up happening is they were having a big turnaround, and they were doing a nitrogen purge for whatever reason, and one of these helpers, he was they were pulling a compressor with the forklift, and he left the jack down, and that jack caught the nitrogen line that was on the ground. It didn't have you know how usually out here they'll put like the plywood or the wood like to kind of like protect it so cars can keep going over it.
Yeah.
That the pipe was completely exposed.
Exposed.
Oh.
And the guy
fuck.
drove over it with the compressor with the jack down and snapped the line, and it caught on fire.
Damn.
Yeah. And the guys they got burnt to a crisp.
Have you guys ever seen anyone die in a refinery
No,
or
God forbid.
or been, in a situation where you guys weren't at the spot, but you guys were there that day and someone died or some shit?
Well,
or-
back when we were in Cedar Bayou, remember? And whenever the safety, whenever he got no, not the safety. Well, the safety died, but later, one of the crane operators that got crushed between the cherry picker and the crane and the furnace. So this guy was backing up. He was flagging a cherry picker right next to the crane, and the crane didn't have the area barricaded off, to keep it,
Off
to
limits
restrict the
and shit.
access. Yeah. And the crane was swinging, and the counterweight got the guy in between him and the cherry picker, and they crushed him.
And that always fucking happens, man.
Yeah.
That's like a like a big no-no. Don't stand in the swing radius of the crane.
So why do you think these fucking mistakes and shit happens? It's all because of the organization, right? They're not organized, and they're not really
Us ourselves,
focusing.
They're not enforcing safety.
They're not emphasizing safety, and they're just making you guys work as fast and as hard as you can.
It's a
right?
double-edged
It's
sword, though.
But then again, we do it ourselves.
It's
like we have all the safety things in our hands, and then we go ahead and choose to cut corners as well to make our job easier. And then
Yeah, because
next thing
there's
we know-
nobody there that's
For sure.
implementing like
Yeah.
some safety shit.
It's a bad way to put it, but it's kind of like a work ethic, and people refer it to as it's a Texas thing. So
Oh yeah, they do say that for sure.
they always say, bro, if I
They
got
do say
if I had some guys from Texas here, this job would have been done. No bullshit, none of this. Oh, my back hurts type deal. If we had some Texas guys here, it would have gotten done. That is not saying the guys from Oklahoma, the guys from Louisiana that you pretty much always see the same people everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
All the time, all the time.
A lot of people.
You run into them, you know.
So you guys see some guys that you ran into in other
Oh yeah,
like
bro,
other
all
parts
the
of
time,
the country.
all the time.
all the time.
And it's not saying that, you know, they're not as good or that we're better or they're better, but they, you know, they think about hard hitters. The first thing that comes to mind is the Texas boys.
You gotta
And
understand, Texas though is the mecca of refineries. It's like, dude, the metropolis for refineries.
Well, yeah, everybody from the town that from where our parents are from, that like a lot of people out there work in refineries in Texas, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he knows people from El Valle.
Yeah.
He knows people from El Valle. Like, he actually plans on going to Mazamitla and shit.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, they're
yeah.
from Guanajuato. So,
Yeah,
you know, we're like mano a mano right there and
Yeah.
shit. Like, I think we've all been to Guanajuato at some point, for sure.
driven through. Yeah.
No, like, gone to visit. Like,
Oh,
we
you
go-
visited?
Yeah, hell yeah, because they got like a whole bunch of fucking plazas and fucking tacos every 10 feet, dude. Fucking chanclas, huaraches. They got like everything, bro. It is a
I have to
badass place
visit. I've
to
never
visit.
been. Yeah.
No, it's sick. The only thing I didn't get to see was like the momias and shit.
I don't think they're in Guanajuato anymore.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because like they'll make them travel around the world like on exhibition.
way. Hey, really?
Yeah,
I always heard
yeah,
about that.
they
Las
have a
Momias de
museum
Guanajuato.
there.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
there
it's
is a
fucking
museum.
crazy,
There's a
bro.
museum there, but they send them off to like different exhibitions and stuff like that. But
So
I
do you
mean,
think that
eventually they do come
Guanajuato natives were like, they had to be just as advanced as any other fucking civilization, like
Hey,
the Egyptians and shit? You know what I'm
I
saying?
wouldn't doubt it, bro. And I laugh because there's this guy saying, you know, nobody doubts how the pyramids in Mexico were built, but everybody doubts the ones in Egypt, you know. But I wouldn't doubt it. Dude. You know, you got what's it called?
They're like, how did the Egyptians do it? Like, all right, we know how the fucking Mexicans did it.
Nobody's gonna question the other guys.
Shit.
But man, I mean, who's to know, dude?
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, the Egyptians were fucking smart as fuck, though. Like, they were, like one of the smartest civilizations ever. But then again, like, you have the fucking Mayans and the Aztecs, like, oh, shit. Like, these fuckers were smart as fuck, too. Dude, I really do want to visit, like, the pyramids and all that, you know? Like, I feel like it's something that's gonna, like, be, like, enlightening or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking sick.
And it's crazy the way that they structured stuff, the stuff that they knew when it came to the stars.
Yeah,
And
how
everything,
was
dude,
Like
It's-
aligned.
alignment.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
I mean,
dude.
that's why it's so hard to believe what everybody says nowadays, you know, because it's like it's too much of a coincidence for it
For
not to
everything
be
to be
true,
so
you know.
perfect.
Like, no,
Do you
I mean,
believe in
maybe-
Atlantis, fool, or no?
dude, I believe in all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you believe in
Yeah.
Atlantis
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure? Did you ever look into that or no?
That has to do with
Yeah, underwater,
underwater-
world and
yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Wait, but I think at first it used to be like in surface though. It was like ground level, but I guess like, you know how the Bible says there was like a fucking, you know, like the flood and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that no.
They're saying that's what lost Atlantis, but Atlantis existed in the biblical times.
Oh,
So they
shit,
say it was
who
like the
knows?
most civilized fucking city yet, like one of the most civilized cities and shit. Like they had fucking all kinds of dope structures and shit like that. I mean, it's always badass to imagine shit, right? But fuck, when you really start thinking about it, like, fuck, could it be true? Like,
Well, what
it's
if
some scary shit,
I
bro.
wouldn't doubt it because like I don't know how true it is, but it's like it makes some you know, has some kind of sense to it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you look at like the sculptures from, you know, 200-300 years ago. Dude,
They're
like the
so-
attention to detail is
yeah.
crazy. And it's like
Hell
now,
yeah.
not even with the 3D printer, you can do something like that. You
It's
know,
like what this guy was telling me. We talked about it in another podcast too. What's the artist? Is it Da Vinci?
Oh, yeah, well, Da Vinci. Yeah, Da Vinci was the one that did he did a lot of, like, blueprints
Mhm.
to a lot of inventions that to this day they're still making. Like, I think he was, like,
Like, he kind of like paved the way for him. you know?
yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he paved the way for, like, the helicopter.
Mhm.
The fucking helicopter. That's, like, 2 centuries before his time. Oh, no. Like, 3 centuries, yeah, like, before his time.
You
Or
know
after
that
his
that
time.
guy, when he was a kid, what saved him was that he wasn't, was he adopted or I forgot what it was. Something about when he was a kid that because, I forgot, it had to do something with his bloodline, that he didn't have to go the route of his family, like the family business or something. So that's when he went and became what he wanted to do, you know, like an artist and all that shit.
Yeah, he's like one of the best artists. He's a great scientist. Yeah,
He,
that guy
he was a jack of all trades. He
dude,
did
he was
everything.
a fucking beast. He was relevant in every fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys ever watched the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think about that movie?
It's tripped out, dude. I've also
You actually
watched,
paid attention,
yeah, I've
right?
also
Like,
watched Angels and Demons. It's kind of
yeah.
like maybe like a sequel, like a prequel
is.
to it.
It's a
because-
sequel.
because they both touch very similar topics.
they do. The first one is and I think I told you about it. The first one is the Da Vinci Code is basically talking about the possibility. Well, actually, in this movie, it did really happen that Jesus actually had a baby with Mary Magdalene,
Mhm.
and they actually had a whole fucking bloodline that still exists to this day. So that truth is about to be revealed to the world. So imagine if that was true, and that truth did get revealed. Bro, imagine the diehard Christians and Catholics that said no. Christ lived a godlike life. Because technically he wasn't supposed to ever have babies
Yeah.
or sex or any... Like he was so godlike,
he
he
was
could
perfect,
shut
yeah.
that down. He was perfect.
Yeah.
He was God in human form. So like, dude, that automatically, and I like Christianity and I like Catholicism because I feel like it does kind of like have some sort of like it keeps things in line, people in line. So I can imagine the chaos that would arise
that
from
would follow from it. Yeah.
yeah, but that's what that movie's saying though. It's like in that movie, obviously there's fiction to it. They're chasing down that chick, and then Angels and Demons was the Illuminati was plotting to fucking I think blow up
The Vatican, I think, or what?
I
was
think
it?
the whole fucking world. They were doing
Yeah.
like a antimatter bomb, and actually the Illuminati has infiltrated the Vatican with some of the most top of ranked officials of the Vatican, which is like fuck. I could actually probably believe that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
there's so much behind the scenes that it's hard to fucking know.
dude, like one of
It's-
my cousins, I think she went to Italy or some shit like that, and there's like a lot of talks and like actually like common knowledge that a lot of times the cardinals and priests from the Vatican, they like at night go to gay clubs and shit like that.
Yeah. There's a bigger scandal behind it. The pedophile ring behind it. And,
Oh, yeah,
and all the
dude.
missing kids, the human trafficking.
Yeah.
For real? You think that some of those ended up in the Vatican, or what do you think?
I mean, it's like
I know it's kind of a hard fucking accusation, but shit, I don't
dude,
doubt it.
anything is possible. I mean, it's like it might sound like I'm overreaching, but like the whole
Move your mic back.
the way I see it, dude, is
You're good.
how crazy does somebody have to be to come up with something,
Like a
Like,
conspiracy?
yeah,
or-
like what kind of state of mind was that individual in for him to be like, yeah, I'm gonna create aliens. I'm gonna talk about aliens, and then hopefully people pick up onto it, or I'm gonna talk about human trafficking or pedophilia in the Vatican, and hopefully somebody catches onto it.
So some
I feel
people are
like-
like us though, like they're wondering, and then some people are like vultures. They're like, all right, people are too curious about aliens. I can make some money off of that.
Yeah, they're
shit."
gonna think that we're overthinking on it, but it's like there could be some truth to it. But
Yeah.
like you said earlier, we're never gonna know. The common folk is never gonna know because it would create chaos. And they say that union comes with the numbers. So, what if all of that was true and everybody decided to come together and in one movement and overturn society, the government.
Yeah,
It's very possible.
It's a power thing.
Yeah. And I believe that's the reason why.
So
they-
the religion aids governments for sure, and
and
controlling
to
people.
control the people.
Yeah, dude.
It's
For
like
sure,
it's
you
like I
think
was
so?
saying, bro. It's like
That's
Yeah,
why
it does make
I
sense.
remember having the discussion with my wife because I'm very like
Oh, shit.
I've always been having.
Dude, Nayeli's super Catholic. Right?
Yeah, no, it was. I mean,
Damn.
she didn't agree with me, but for me personally, like I'm Catholic. I'm gonna be Catholic till I die, because that's how I was raised. But I have my certain beliefs and way of interpreting my Catholicism, right?
Mhm.
Compared to my wife, is a little different. She's like goes by the book, and for me, I'm like
literally
especially-
the book.
I
the
mean,
Bible.
And there's
Well,
nothing wrong in it either, dude. It's
no,
like,
and it's nothing wrong with questioning it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah.
I feel like people should be able to question it and like kind of have their idea, like, oh, maybe this is not completely accurate, or maybe this was what actually happened. But what I was saying is, like, when it comes to like officials, say like a priest, I'm gonna respect them, right? But at the end of the day, they're a human being just like us, and
Yeah,
that was the one
that's
thing
what
that
I
I said. Like the Pope, yeah, I get it. He's like the second hand to God, but to me, he's just another human being.
mhm.
And that's like, yeah, that's blasphemy. That's
Yeah,
like,
that
that's,
is blasphemy, dude.
that's
100%.
like,
I've always said that.
huh?
I've always said that, like, I gotta kiss his hand, like, bro, he just grabbed his wiener with that hand.
He peed with that
He
hand.
peed with that hand, dude. He's got a dick too, and he has to hold it to piss.
We should not idolize anybody but God.
The Bible says
Yeah.
that, I
Yeah,
think.
that you shouldn't, no figures, no statues, none of that
Yeah,
shit.
at
be
all.
So
on-
doesn't
but
that make you a
Catholics,
little
dude.
suspicious?
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I used to be like, okay, I think I stopped really like being a Catholic when I was like fucking 10 or 11. When I remember I read about the Aztecs and shit, like how they like worship the sun and the moon. I'm like, well, that kind of makes more sense. I mean, we do need the sun to live. Oh, you know, we do need the moon. I don't know why we need the moon, but we need the fucking moon, you know? So then I told my mom that shit. She's like, no, you know, wait till your grandma hears you, she's gonna whoop your ass, you know? And I'm like, fuck, you know, whatever. But then I started thinking about it, and then like some of the shit they would say, it was like, wait a minute, it's like a contradiction, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like you know, like, fuck, God, if you're real, forgive me. But like the Virgin Mary and all that, I think that like La Virgen de Guadalupe only came to exist after there was the mixture of indigenous and Spanish people.
Mhm.
So they created the Virgen de Guadalupe to meet somewhere in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So that they can have the illusion that like, okay, well, like, you know, like there is like the saints and the Mother of God, and it kind of in some way relate to like their nature gods, and then it's easier to persuade them because there's some common ground now. So you can easily be like, no, yeah, it's the same as us, but this is actually the right way. But why do you think there's so much similarities? Because this is the right way. You went the different route, you know. This is the right way, but it's an interpretation of yours. And then they're like, oh shit, okay, well maybe theirs is the right way, you know. Maybe we were a little bit wrong. Let me go over here instead, and boom, that's where the conversion went. Same thing with the Romans. The Romans, like the Holy Roman Empire, dude. A lot of their gods, they idolized several gods, right? Like, I want to say Apollo and shit like that, like shit like gods like those.
Mhm.
And in reality, what ended up happening was that the Catholic religion actually adopted a lot of that the Roman culture.
Mhm.
And then if you look at like the Pope, he has that big ass fucking hat, like fucking huge. Like, where'd that come from, dude? There's like some like,
Like, what's the purpose behind it? Yeah, like,
yeah, like what's the purpose of like it looks like very ceremonial. You know what I'm saying? It looks very, I don't know. It just,
Well, I think
it's kind of creepy, honestly,
for
to me. In my
for
opinion.
priests, they have to wear garb that represents godliness, like holiness, you know, like, and it's kind of like a representation.
But
They
that
have
would
to-
be blasphemous, like how you said, right? Or
what would be blasphemous?
like kind of like kind of dressing with that illusion of kind of being like a godly like, or like
So it's not.
I'm extra human. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I guess in their defense, it's a representation, because that's the person, that's like the vessel that God is using to speak to us, right?
Mhm.
Technically,
Yeah.
that's like it's the vessel that God's using to speak to the people that are listening to this person, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they're understanding. That's what they created. That's like what that represents. But I think it's like I said, it's a little interpreted, and people kind of like bow down and kissing of the hand. I don't agree with that at all, because you're not no, there's no idolizing.
Isn't there like poor
Yeah.
bastards carrying him, and he's like in a gold fucking
Well, I mean,
like
being,
some Aladdin shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're not
Fucking
supposed
chilling.
to worship anybody else than God.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck
that's
that,
where
I ain't
I-
carrying you,
that's
bro.
where I disagree. Yeah, that's where I disagree with it. It's like I'm not gonna like kiss somebody's ass because oh, he's the priest of this church. No, I'm gonna respect him because I'm like, I know it takes a lot of sacrifice to be in that position. But yeah, why you gotta kiss somebody?
But I don't feel like anybody should be that powerful. I feel like power corrupts, no matter
Yeah.
Definitely.
no matter how good you are, right? Like I feel like it fucking like
Yeah.
say it to you tomorrow, like Jesus, you're the Pope. You know what I'm saying? And you got like everyone fucking coming to you, kissing your hand, this and that. And you're like, hey, can you give me? Like I'm literally right here. Can you give me my beer, Hector? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like you take advantage of it naturally by human nature.
Human
or
nature,
something,
yeah.
of the power.
Because, like you said, like nobody's perfect, you know. So it's very difficult, and it's a very sensitive topic, dude. Because nobody will talk about religion without getting offended, you know.
Yep.
And my parents, they're diehard Catholics, and they made the transition maybe like 12 years ago.
Wait, they weren't Catholic before?
Well, they weren't, you know, like strong believers, you know.
Oh, okay.
So like they knew.
They're like,
they'll-
we'll go on Sunday, you know?
Yeah, like, and then Sunday gets there and they don't go.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. There was something had to have happened because my dad, he was a hardcore alcoholic.
For real.
Oh yeah, he drink his, you know, that OG dad, you know, out of work, I'm gonna drink me a cold beer so I can relax. Dude, you relax drinking anything if you're that thirsty,
Yeah.
you know.
Fuck
It
yeah.
It
makes
just
no
becomes
sense.
a habit, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
yeah.
And you
But
know,
it adds to like the stress of being a dad and working and doing something you fucking hate sometimes. And
yeah, but all it is, it's a mask. You're just covering it up. Because I mean, at the end of the day, tomorrow's gonna be the same thing, but tomorrow's gonna be worse because tomorrow you're gonna be stressed, same shit all over again. Now you're hungover.
Yeah, just added another
added
thing.
one
Yeah,
more.
so you're just adding on to it. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
And dude, and he stopped drinking, bro. Like from one day to another, and he has not touched a single, you know, drop of alcohol.
Wow.
And I want to say 12 years.
fuck, dude.
amazing,
Props
man.
to him, man.
Yeah, and
Cheers.
it's something. You know, I want to say it's a good example because he did change a lot. He changed a lot. You know, he went from that alpha male to now. I wouldn't even call him a beta male because I don't think he's submissive, right? But he's very understanding. Before he was very
So he
enclosed.
was like, he had a big ego back then.
Oh yeah, bro.
There was
like,
no
and then-
reasoning. Yeah.
yeah, like hey, what I say goes, and I don't
What
give
they
a
say.
shit.
Because I think you could be an
Machista.
alpha and have absolutely no ego.
Yeah,
And that actually make you like a fucking top notch alpha.
and you know what they
Like,
call
fuck,
the
dude, you're a
Hispanic
conqueror.
el machista, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
and I don't want to say he was that, but he did have some of those traits, right? And dude, like I said, from one day to another, he just changed. Now I don't know if you know the divine, you know, the Holy Spirit got to him or the Trinity or whatever got to him, but whatever it is, I thank it, dude, because it's like, you know, we know that there's gonna be a final day for every single one of us.
Yep.
And if you go looking for it, it's gonna get there, you know, quicker. And
Yeah.
of course, he was one of those that he would tell my mom, "Hey, I'm gonna go drink with my brother. Go drink with my brother. Go drink with my brother." You know, sad to say, his brother now he ended up blind through
For real?
diabetes, and he wouldn't eat. He would just
Oh,
drink,
wow.
drink.
Fuck, so he was drinking hardcore
Oh, dude, he's
too,
a heavy.
man.
Yeah, he was a heavy drinker. All his brothers, his friends, it's like pretty much like all the guys that work together. They'd get together at his house, get shit faced drunk, wouldn't have dinner, wouldn't eat.
Every day, dude?
Every
Every
day,
day.
bro. Every day.
God.
And my father would go, his father would go, our uncles would go.
So
And
is
it-
your dad brothers with his dad or?
No, our my mom and his dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Man.
Eso, somos primos hermanos.
That's pretty
Wow.
dope, man. They're like
Yeah.
traveling together. That's awesome, man.
And
so dope.
and he just stopped, bro. And it's like a lot, you know, a lot of the rest of our family. And I know none of them have said it, but I'm pretty sure, you know, because they're like macho men, you know. And I'm pretty sure they said it. You know, ese viejo, like todo joto, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, of
it's
course.
Because he
fine,
doesn't
dude.
drink anymore.
Because
Yeah.
he doesn't drink
Yeah.
anymore, yeah. And
He's no fun.
and it's like it's one of those things, bro. I respect the person more that would decline a beer, you know, no matter what you think about it or you know or say about him, than the guy that would take the beer, you know,
Out of
based
peer
off
pressure?
peer
Peer
pressure.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
So you know, dude, I'll tip my hat to you. And so whether or not you know there's a higher being that exists, you know, in this case God, and I want to believe that He does, because you know if there's a bad in this world, there has to be a good.
Yep.
Definitely, you know. Now, whether Jehovah Witness or the people who you know who read the Quran and pray to the Quran, or Christianity, You know, there's tons of religions out there. At the end of the day, they're praying to one person. And you were saying earlier about miscommunication, dude. I played a game one time, and it was I was going through my what was it? It was a retreat because, like I said, my parents were like big in the church.
Yep.
And I went on a retreat, and they were talking about miscommunication, how the message doesn't always get to a certain person with the meaning that they're trying to say. And they said a word. There was like 50 of us, and the person that started told them, for example, the word was blue. By the time it got to the very last guy, it was nothing close to being blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you only have one chance to say it. So if I whisper in your ear, and I'm saying blue, but you hear Ferrari, you're gonna tell him something else, and he hears something different. And, just imagine 49 people down the line.
Yeah.
And so, where
Oh, that's a cool exercise. That's a cool thing to do. Like,
and it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
bro. I promise you, it will not get past the 10th person
yeah.
before nobody knows what the hell they're saying. I
Damn.
promise you, dude. I promise you. And it happened, and I was like, damn, that's crazy.
So is that human nature or what the fuck?
I guess you just selective hearing.
Yep.
That's all.
kinda
That's
like
the
when
only
you're- it's
thing.
kinda
Hear
like
what you
what-
want to hear.
It's kind of like when
Yeah.
your wife's talking to you sometimes, and you're like,
You make up a badass story. It's like, man, I didn't tell you that, bro.
she'll be like, oh, what was the last thing I said?
I make it believe. I'm like, no, you did tell me that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And I want to believe there's something out there. And
Yeah.
I'm not a devout Catholic like they are. I wish I was.
No, but you can tell. I mean, you all have that understanding that, and I think everybody should at least think like, you know what? There's something greater than us.
Definitely.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you have that understanding, then you can really like, what's it called? Like get through things like how your dad was able to
Mhm.
overcome alcoholism. Like people overcome addictions because they like, oh, I'm powerless to this shit. Like this is gonna take me.
It's his kryptonite, yeah.
But yeah, you just have to just like give yourself completely.
Mhm.
It's fucking
And that's why I'm like I know religion is full of shit a lot of times, but at the same time, like it has the power to help people that nothing, no therapist, nothing could have helped.
no.
So there is definitely some truth behind that. It's not just fuck, like if it works, then I mean it works for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I think it's unnecessary for people to get mixed up with all the details of the stories of this book, the stories of this like other religion. It's all one thing. It's about God. Like that's
And
Yeah.
the reason why, like you say, maybe it's all bullshit. One thing that I found out a long time ago, dude, is that not everybody can be a teacher.
Yeah.
So the priest, the pastor, the deacon, whoever's up there trying to, translate this message to everybody, maybe it's not that what he's saying is bullshit. Maybe that's the only way he could, try to
Express
like,
He couldn't
yeah,
reach to
like
you,
dumb it down to you,
basically, right?
yeah. And but like I said, not everybody's a teacher. So
no.
maybe it could be that the churches that you've gone to, that person just didn't get to you, and maybe you go somewhere else, and the way he expresses himself, and maybe you can pick up on that. It
Yeah.
could be different.
It's funny because I was actually thinking this morning. I was like, man, what if I like kind of start taking my kids to church? Because there's a lot of good stuff. The church teaches like not even just kids, but like the parents and shit. As far as like relationships and shit and marriage and for your kids to grow up. Because I'm like shit, like my kids they're kind of starting to be little badasses. So I'm like, they might need a little bit of church or something. I don't know.
And one thing
So
I'm
I'm
gonna tell you,
thinking
bro,
about it, fool.
that my dad told me a long time ago is, if you don't keep your kids busy, somebody's gonna keep them busy, and it could go both ways.
No.
It doesn't necessarily mean put them in a Catholic school. You can put them in sports.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be anything. But if
Are you saying once they're older or
no,
like
no, even,
like-
even
right
now, bro.
now.
Right now, they're like sponges. They absorb everything.
Yeah.
I saw a meme on Facebook that said, me in the drive seat, and the guy says, fuck. I don't know if I can say it right. But the kid was in the background, and he was like, noted.
Yeah.
And how many times does it happen, bro, that you say something, and then you hear your son or your daughter
Oh yeah.
repeat it, and you're like, when? I never said it around them.
Yeah.
But you were clueless. Dude. That could have been, half asleep or in the other room.
Yeah, they'll fucking hear you, man.
And you know,
They won't take the good shit either. I was like, what's 2 plus 2? I don't know, motherfucker.
But I know how to say fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, fucking bitch. I'm like, hey, man. What
and
the
it happens, bro. And you know, I'm not saying I live a perfect life or any of us live a perfect
Of
life,
course not. Yeah.
but I'm gonna stand by what I believe is right. You know, my right is completely different than yours,
Yeah.
correct? But we can meet in the middle. You know, we can meet in the middle. But I'm gonna keep my kids busy with what I believe is right. You know, I'm gonna raise my kids my certain way. You know, my own way. Whether it be good or be bad, we'll find out. You know, years down the road.
On the line. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But man, it's like, you know, you look at society nowadays, and it's like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the LGBTQ community, but they want to change so many things. It's like they want to force us to like them. I don't have anything wrong with them. You know, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
I could care less about
You
them.
feel like it's too obvious. Like look at me, or something. Like,
And
or
not even that, dude. I could care less about
dude-
about what they do, how they dress, how
And
they
if you-
express themselves.
And if you think about it, like the true hardcore gays and lesbians,
Don't give a fuck.
they don't give a fuck.
It's
No.
just this new generation.
Yeah.
It's the whole woke shit.
Yeah,
That's all that is.
You think that's
And-
just people that need attention? Like they
Yeah.
didn't get it from their parents or
I
some
believe
shit?
it's a distraction, bro.
Yeah.
You think so?
It's a distraction.
Like from the government or?
It has to be.
Okay, how, bro? Tell me. I want them details.
But it's like my the way I see it, you know, it's like with the whole, like, let's say for example, like the whole Hillary Clinton emails thing that they were gonna expose him or whatever. I'm pretty sure something around that time happened that took everybody's attention from when she got threatened that she was gonna get exposed.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying?
What was I wrong or was I? Or was
I
that?
don't remember.
What
That-
was it?
that-
2015 or
I
2016?
can't remember exactly the dates, but I know something had to have happened for all the attention to, you know, to veer off this way. So I believe that everything that's happening right now is to take your attention away from everything
Oh,
else.
something
Yeah.
That dude, that could be very true because people fail to realize that Germany actually used it as a tactic, you know, in World War II, with propaganda. They threw a lot of propaganda, and I'm not saying that,
That was this whole past 2 years has been that, dude.
dude, not even
Dude,
just
that-
2 years.
that-
It
that-
could have
that's
been
one
for
of wars.
10 after the
Forever,
World War,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I think Vietnam, they like U.S. used propaganda. Like I feel like propaganda, like U.S. was like, wow, something so logical, something so simple, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And we never knew that it was gonna work. And then there you go, like that's when the whole mind control programs and all this crazy shit, like
The MK Ultra thing.
there is,
when-
yeah.
And
That's
it's real,
crazy
dude.
Did
shit,
you hear
yeah.
about that or no?
Yeah, and it's
So
real
what
'cause-
is that like? What do you think that is like?
They used LSD. No, they
Yeah, it
used
was
LSD, and they would get these groups of people. That's
So
like
was Manson part of that or not? Because
that's what they say.
there's speculation that Manson and
They utilized Manson's manipulation because they knew that he had a good pool with like what's it called, broken women and men, and that he had like this big group of people. So they used him as a freaking what's it, like a guinea pig, and yeah, that's how they did that shit, dude.
fuck. Well,
There's a book about that. There's a guy, I forgot what his name is. I have the book at home.
do you
but
think
I never
that
read
that
it.
fucking nut from Waco, Texas, was like probably one of those
Right.
government projects too, right? Like hey, let's see if you can get a big ass fucking cult, and if you can make hundreds of people kill themselves, then you know we can learn something from you, bud. You know?
It's like they
knows?
said they put it in plain sight, right? Like the whole Simpsons ordeal. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking.
it's something very
crazy
crazy,
how
dude.
they-
It's great.
How they
Spot
predicted
on.
They are
everything? or
pretty
what?
on point, huh?
and we were
Spot
talking
on.
about it, bro. It's like, dude, it's too good to be true, man. It's like, fuck, years ago, and
Was it the Trump one, right?
yeah,
Trump
or
one with
Like
I
they
don't know.
predicted the shit in the 90s.
So
and,
That
like,
was scary shit, huh? What was it again?
So
Trump 2020? Or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
that. So it's either, and then the whole
Or
dome thing.
2016 or some shit?
And whenever they get trapped in the dome, and I think Lisa or Bart's on the other side or some shit, and to me it's either they know what happened or we're living based off
Holy
the Simpsons,
fuck.
bro. You know, like
you're talking about that was the Simpsons movie, right?
yeah, because
Yeah.
there was like a dome fell on top of them, and they're like, and I think it was Lisa or Bart.
Wait,
but
a
one of
drone
them-
fell on top of
a
it?
dome.
Yeah, it was a movie,
dome.
the Simpsons movie.
Wait, a dome.
A dome. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
That was years ago. Years.
Yeah, but in the Simpsons, I don't know. I
But
can't
what
remember.
does that got to do with like real life? Like, how does that relate? Or
So it's like they're saying, everything in the Simpsons has, come to be true. Maybe we do live in a dome. Maybe it's not a round Earth. Maybe it is a flat Earth. Maybe hollow Earth. Whatever
Really?
it could be.
fuck, dude. There's been a lot of speculation about that, man.
That's some scary shit.
Whenever
dude.
they're playing baseball and then the dude hits a homer and he cracks the dome and then the water starts falling out of the skies. I don't know if y'all seen that episode. It's like a lot of crazy shit.
But what about like Chicken Little? Like the sky is falling. The sky is falling. Like
No, but that's why I like obviously that show is still it's relevant now. Like
yeah.
that's amazing, dude. Those guys are free thinkers, like thinking outside of the box and thinking beyond of what we're told or what what we're supposed to we're expected to believe.
Yeah.
And these guys, yeah.
Well, don't you think there's people that have like they call like in Spanish they call it a don, like a special gift from God,
Like a calling type of thing.
yeah, like that Nostradamus motherfucker, like he like had like his
But that's what I'm saying, dude. It's too good to be true.
Yeah. Like,
Well, they're saying that like I know this could be
I can't
bullshit.
put any
bro.
other
you
kind of
can only be
explanation
lucky
to it.
certain-
No.
But they're
I
saying
mean,
that what
if-
if he was a prophet from God, the writer?
Then how and okay.
And I know that sounds like
Bro,
bullshit,
but there's like
at this
names
point,
and the whole thing.
like the
spot
dude gave
on,
exact
bro.
dates and
Yeah.
Dude, literally.
With Trump,
events.
that's
with the
godlike.
sign on his
Okay, so
hand.
that's either
Nah, Simpsons is
you
better
know?
than Nostradamus, dude.
yeah, I know, right? He's like a bird
But
will crash
regardless,
into a
it's like-
wall. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
If it's true, how come so many people still don't believe in God?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword, but that's all it is.
They did get a lot of shit. Like, it's scary. Like, so what I was thinking was like, okay, like I thought about this too. Like, could the government to prove the Bible's accuracy kind of create moments or events in real life, real time that kind of resemble the Bible?
I
So
think
then that way you could be like, oh fuck, the Bible situation is happening. Like things are really happening. Or is the Bible really that great? Is the Bible really that true? It's just like fuck, dude. Like there's so many.
Oh, like to predict future events that are.
Dude, like
yeah.
so let's say there's an elite group, right? The Illuminati. Not like that. But
We're gonna get canceled.
I'm not suicidal. Sometimes.
I love my life.
If I have a hard day at work, maybe, but no.
You're gonna be all like, oh, he hung himself on his birthday.
I know. From his dick. No, yeah, dude. So like, there's got to be like an elite group, right? And what if they like say like, okay, well, the Bible works at our advantage, or like these religious books work in our advantage. So how do we keep people like? At some point, people are gonna be like, okay, the world hasn't ended. Like like Book of Revelations, what's going on? Like. And then so they kind of try to make some shit happen to where it kind of will fit into the Bible's description. And then you keep believers on edge, like, oh shit, this is really happening. Like, this is real. Like, holy fuck, And it's just really kind of like a scheme to kind of keep people in line and like in that fucking loop that they want you to be in. Versus you be like, wait a minute, like none of this shit is happening. This is all bullshit. Like, it's all an illusion. We're all just living our life day by day. It doesn't even fucking matter. That's what I've been fucking thinking
What's
about.
crazy? These conversations, I feel like, do our parents or like older generation, they don't talk about this shit, right?
Fuck no.
I'm thinking when you're saying this, I'm like, man, if they were to hear something like this, we're like, get off your fucking high hippie bullshit. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, dude, but then again,
I would ask
but
my
you
mom.
have to think about
So
all
it's
these
like,
things,
my parents were born in the 70s, but back then, dude, I want to say life was more decent.
Like
know?
innocent.
Yeah.
or-
Like work hard and play like.
Yeah,
not
dude,
play hard,
like
but
nobody
just
meant
work hard and work
nobody
hard.
meant any harm, and everybody was discreet about what they were doing. And now it's like they rub it in your faces. So to them, they didn't know any, of what we know now, especially because of social media. So information gets across, whether it's good or bad, it gets across
Like
quick.
you said, double-edged sword. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets across real quick. So yeah, maybe they didn't talk about it because, me personally, I don't watch the news, dude. For what?
Me either.
Me either. I get
For
informed. I
what?
get informed by my parents if there's
Yeah.
anything significant.
Yeah, it's like for what?
Yeah, my dad's like, hey, mijo, China se chingó a Taiwan. I'm like, oh shit. What the fuck?
Dude, and,
Like, are you
and,
fucking
and
serious?
it's something stupid. Now all they talk about is the Kardashians or, you know, irrelevant shit, dude.
On the
I
news.
Yeah.
But I don't give a damn if she lost 2
Bro, I
pounds.
gotta tell you this one. I saw this article on Snapchat and it says Patricia and Rosanna. I only know Patricia. It's like, but Patricia and Rosanna Arquette left Twitter after Elon Musk took over. Like, bitch,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't like. I deleted Facebook a long time ago. Like, so what's your point?
There's a lot of unnecessary bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
but like you said, it's just a distraction to keep you from.
And that's when I believe that theory, cause dude, they put out like shit that like so like celebrities I feel like are like they're like decoys.
Yeah.
That's the right fucking word. They're literally decoys. Like I don't know if you guys seen this shit, bro, which I do think this is kind of fucking weird, scary. But you guys know Zac Efron, right?
Yeah.
High School Musical, whatever. So, dude, this guy, like, he looks like handsome handsome Squidward. Did you ever see that meme of handsome Squidward?
I
Que
don't
tiene
think
pinche badass jawline and this and that.
yeah, dude, like,
Dude,
Oh, like he plastic surgery, right?
yeah, dude,
Fuck,
this motherfucker, his fucking jawline is like all the way over here, way. Like it's fucking massive, dude. Like Crimson Chin looking motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck happened to him, dude?
It's sad, dude. That's fucking sad.
So I'm like, okay, either this guy's going through some like insecurity shit or he's just a decoy. I mean, you do begin to wonder, like,
Well,
okay,
no, they're not gonna push. Obviously, what happens is these people are famous, so they just use that as entertainment for people. And people.
so you don't think
people eat
Caitlyn
that shit
Jenner
up.
was a distraction? You think she really just didn't want to be or he or she,
Well,
Zim, Blim,
I mean,
whatever?
no, they exploited that distraction. Like they saw that was happening and they exploited it. That's what the news is.
You really think so? Like, you don't think?
Yeah,
it's
I don't
like
think it's like here, you're gonna go get the surgery and you're gonna become a fucking woman. Nah, I don't think
know,
so.
dude.
think
What do
they
you think,
choose-
Chewy?
shit, bro. It don't matter what I think.
It matters to me right now because I need someone.
Please
to
disagree with him.
Do you think that they do that, like shit like that, to kind of like Chewy said, distraction? I guess the only way we would know is like if we were to literally like do like like analyze shit, like okay, during what event, like when there was a big event, what was going on that was keeping people like on edge. I think like COVID was like the whole Hillary Clinton shit, like when they were trying to get her laptop and they were trying to fucking like expose her 'cause she had like a shitload of emails and shit, and then I remember on TikTok there was like mad conspiracy that her and Bill Clinton were in a pedophile ring, and then it's scary as fuck. People are like, no fucking way, like Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton,
And
like
then fucking Bill Clinton was hanging with Jeffrey Epstein, dude.
yeah, exactly, dude. So it's like, okay, we're getting warmer here.
Nah, dude, but
There's something going on.
Still
How do you explain that shit,
on the
dude?
Caitlyn Jenner shit, I'm still on that. Dude, there's no way.
So he wanted.
I truly believe, yeah, this guy, obviously, he thought he was, I believe the fact that he probably felt like he was a woman and then he finally became that, right?
Loose.
All right, I okay, you might be right, because you know what? Like, if I was him, like, living with those Kardashian chicks, like, you know, my whole life,
And
dude,
I agree.
I
with
feel like
that.
I'd become a bitch.
And honestly, he was always kind of very like feminine-ish, you know, kind of like he was like you couldn't tell if he was a man.
He was
or a
around
woman.
too many girls, I think.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
He always gave me a different vibe, you know, like he wasn't like
Yeah.
very manly. But this guy was a fucking Olympic. He was an animal, dude. He was an
Gold
athlete.
medalist and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, dude. Me personally, like nothing against the Kardashians, but I hate them.
Oh yeah.
It's not nothing against them, but I hate them.
Because,
I-
dude, it's like you have the opportunity to do good. Why not do it?
Yeah.
And I don't see any good from behind them right now. Of course, you can't help everybody out in the world, but dude, those girls have endless money.
Hell yeah.
They're not-
dude.
They're billionaires.
And all they're promoting literally for these chicks is get your ass done, get your tits done, get your face done, and they're just promoting
It's
all
a vanity.
this superficial
Yeah.
shit.
And
Yeah, I know.
and you look at it, it's like all the men that have stepped into their family, their circle, dude, all of them they portray them to be crazy, you know, to be insane.
All the dudes,
Oh,
right?
all the
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
that's
all the
true.
dudes
All
left.
the guys.
Yeah,
Look
the
at-
own brother left.
Yeah,
The dad died.
Now look at Kanye right now, what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's gonna be like another Donald Trump. He's gonna get canceled on everything.
Damn, that family's the devil, dude.
Do you think Kanye is bad, or you think that shit he did was bad, or
I think certain situations make
you-
people bad, bro. Cause it's like there's a lot of tolerable shit, but it's like eventually you get fed up and
so you think he went too south? Like, you know, he's like, oh fuck,
So what do you guys think? Conspiracy. This is conspiracy right here, okay?
shoot, man.
So think back to O.J. Simpson, right? When
yeah,
all that the shit happened with O.J.
he
Simpson.
killed her.
Well, the attorneys for O.J. Simpson was Kardashian, right? The dad.
yeah, Robert or whatever.
Yeah.
his name
The black guy, Johnny Cochran or something.
was.
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, and somebody else, right? Didn't two of them die of cancer
Get out of here.
or some shit?
Wait, I know Robert died. The
Robert died of
the
cancer, right?
Kardashian guy.
But think about the karma that comes with defending a fucking murderer, dude.
So you guys think? Okay, so that's conspiracy.
So that's
Did
where
he
I'm.
kill her or no? Your opinion.
Ah, dude, he fucking killed the
Bro,
shit
like,
out of
He's
her
like,
and
the
the
glove
guy.
don't fit.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn. No, I'll just buy a small glove and kill somebody.
did it,
and
dude.
Get away with it.
It's like, bro,
Jesus.
it was what Beverly Hills, something like that. It was like a rich neighborhood somewhere in California. Who goes in and just kills a random person
Yeah.
and the mistress, the
Yeah.
fucking husband, the
Yeah.
ex-husband, whatever he was.
Yeah, he's
That was
like,
a crime of passion, dude.
he's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm black.
Yeah.
They just trying to put another black man away.
He murdered them, dude.
And,
Yeah.
and it's like literally, bro. Like the only people that leave and that have anything of value in their house are the paisas, because I don't trust the bank. You know.
Yeah, I know the bank.
Under a
literally, bro.
mattress, yeah.
Hey, go ask your mom for your birth certificate, but it's gonna be under the bed.
That is true.
And all those people, bro, they have banks. They're smart, you know.
I ain't gonna lie, when I want a
they
paleta, I
have-
look
they have-
under the.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
you see
You
what I'm
too,
saying?
right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
sandía, the sandía,
Larry's quiet,
sandía
like,
con chile, right?
Yeah.
There's a
Hell yeah,
spot.
sandía con chile. Do you guys have eloteros in Texas or
Oh,
no?
come on, bro. We have the best elote spots
Yeah.
back home.
Fuck, man. I gotta visit Texas because I only been to Texas, well, twice.
Let's go, man.
The
I
first
wanna go
time
too.
we were driving to Mexico. It was the first time we drove to Mexico with my dad, and we got stranded in.
How are you guys on beer?
I'm good.
You're good?
I think we got stranded in, I want to say Houston
Mm-hmm.
for like 2 days. My dad's truck broke down, and it was hot as fuck. But the only thing I remember having over there is Jack in the Box. Is that what you guys
Yeah,
had over
there's
there?
a Jack in the
Jack in the Box. I think that's what we ate. But I haven't tried anything else.
Was it the shit or what?
And I had good barbecue there.
Yeah,
the second
I heard
time around,
Texas
yeah.
barbecue's fire, bro.
It's like everywhere, dude. It's real diverse.
Brisket, yeah.
Bro. It's like
Can you get us in the round, dude?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, dude.
I feel like when I was a little kid and they're sending me for the beers, you know?
I know, right? It's like, I don't want to get it from my tío, dad. ¿Cómo está like?
This was your last one.
Every time I mimic like a kid talking in Spanish, I think about that song de Los Tigres del Norte. I fucking hate it, bro. It's like, que le dice, I don't want to... ¿Cómo le hace el chiquillo?
Oh, it starts off with a kid talking.
Yeah, he's like, no, dad, I don't want to go to Mexico, dad. Y dice, no, mi hijo ya no quiere hablar español.
oh, de los
Dice
Tigres
que
del
es de
Norte.
los Estados Unidos. No dice que es mexicano. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Shut your ass up. That shit funny as
Nah,
hell.
you guys should go. But I think the best thing you can do in life, bro, is travel.
Travel?
Yeah.
Dude, he just want to fucking
Hell
Hawaii,
yeah, dude. And I'm going to Alaska in a week
Well, you going to Alaska next week?
for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
two weeks,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be cold as shit, but
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah, you're going to
I
Alaska
agree,
to
dude.
win.
Traveling, I think it opens your mind, to be honest, like to meeting different types of people and getting to know different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's essential for people because obviously, yeah, when you grow up, sometimes certain family members may have like a closed mind, and you think about it like they've only been in like their world, you know, like in
The
their
little bubble.
They never leave that.
So
circle,
when
yeah.
you guys left Texas, you guys felt that way? Like, oh shit, that's the bubble we're in. Like, we're in a whole other fucking world.
Did it freak you out a little bit, like, or
No,
scare you a
not
little
really.
bit? You're
It's
just excited,
because-
right?
No.
You go back home, you see your same friends, and they're still stuck in the same lifestyle. You
That's
know?
gotta hit a little hard,
You know,
right?
for the
Yeah.
most part, yeah.
You know.
That
and
should motivate. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
they're still stuck in the same spot, and we're like, fuck, we could have been left back with them. You know, so
Yeah, doing the same shit,
yeah,
you
same
know.
shit.
Did you guys ever watch that movie El Norte?
Oh my god, dude! I remember you showed me that fucking movie.
Yeah, dude.
The head's chopped off.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've
they
ever
chopped
seen
his head off, man. Basically, it's immigrants crossing to the U.S. And you know who was one of the guys that played in that movie was that guy from La Escuelita. You guys watched that shit, right? La Escuelita? Nah, for real?
Damn, maybe that's a Chicago
Is that a
thing.
Chicago thing, man?
Damn.
Fuck, dude. The moral of the story is that when I went to Maryland, I was like, I felt like it felt fucking weird, bro. I felt like literally in a whole other fucking world, but then I ended up liking it, and then we actually wanted to move out there, and I guess traveling is the fucking shit, man. You're right about that. 100%.
It's very different, dude. It's very different. You meet very good people, and then you meet people that
Suck.
that somebody else should be in their spot, and us being the minority, we've experienced it firsthand.
It was tough in North Dakota.
And
once.
North
the
Dakota
day
was
that
real,
we
bro.
arrived.
Like being an insulator in North Dakota.
No,
sucks.
no, being a
Mexican-
minority.
being Hispanic,
For real.
Latino.
We
Mexican
had just
in North
pulled
Dakota.
up that day. It was over a 24-hour drive, and shit, it was 6 in the morning. We're like, fuck it, let's go get breakfast. And we went to this place. It was chicken something. I forgot the name of it. And
It's like an IHOP. It was
But-
like an IHOP, but it had a different name to it.
we go and we have a friend from Jalisco.
La
Green
Piña.
eyes. Yeah, Piña.
Yeah, Piña.
Oh
Green
shit.
eyes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
white complected and everything. We go in there. They just talk to the man. They're like, they sit us down at the table. They're like, what are you gonna have to drink? He tells them, what are your friends gonna have to drink?
Damn.
Like, talk to them. They know.
No,
English
no,
as well.
dude, and it was crazy because
Yeah.
whenever we went
God.
in there, it's like you hear the forks and the knives hit the plates.
I'm talking about
That
like
thing-
them.
that clean.
Dude, I would have
Like,
taken
what
his
the
shit and their
Their
sink,
jaws
bro.
dropped, dude.
Like fuck you
No,
guys.
it was fucked up because like the cashier, it was a white female and teenager as well. We're not shit like in their 20s,
A
And
lot younger than us. Yeah.
she dropped her stuff. She's like, somebody will attend you right now. She left, and then a Mexican female came and
What the
got her
fuck?
tab.
Yeah.
Dude was like, bitch, I speak English. What the fuck's your problem?
And it's
Wow.
it is, bro.
Probably
Even
better
in
English than
Louisiana,
them.
That it's like
And-
across the border.
Yeah,
from
to me
Texas.
something real stupid, dude, and you would see their guys like with their Confederate flags,
Mm-hmm.
In
You
North
know-
Dakota?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude,
North
I
Dakota.
shit
I mean,
you
the
not,
name
bro.
says it all.
Ricky,
What-
we were
You're from down south, I understand. Like North Dakota,
Yeah,
come the
no,
fuck
like-
on.
some guy, our cousin. He went and asked the guy for a lighter. He was like, "Don't get close to me. I run by the Confederate flag. I will kill you right now." And we were chasing. the
Get
guy.
out
Bro,
of
like,
here.
it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
What the
like-
fuck, dude?
like we gave ourselves a bad name, like for what you're known for.
Yeah.
But dude, I was like, dude, like there's certain things you don't say. You could have just
Yeah.
said, "Nah, bro, I don't have one," or "No, I don't smoke."
Yeah, I'll kill you right now. Like, oh yeah, motherfucker. Let's
Dude,
I
try
just
it.
wanted
and
to
bro-
let you know
so-
that I don't fuck with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Because
bro,
because your skin. Yeah.
we had
He said I'll kill you.
we had one. Whose
That's
birthday was it?
fucking
Yours?
evil, dude.
That was Ricky's birthday.
Well, it was somebody's birthday, and we were out at a steakhouse. We had dinner, and shit, we got carried away.
Nobody
with the
wanted to
shots.
attend us right there as well. Nobody wanted to attend us.
And then
They brought out a felon with the ankle bracelet to attend us. A
yeah, so
dishwasher.
a white guy, dude. He ended up being
No.
he ended up being the coolest guy ever,
I
dude.
swear.
He gave us some of his cigarettes, and we're bumming
Yeah.
cigarettes off of him or whatever. And whenever we left the restaurant, whenever the guy told our cousin that, bro, we got heated. Pina,
Yeah.
we were in his it was me and him. We were in his Jeep, bro. He got mad. I remember he had this old rusted ass gun in like a musket from like like back in the
Fucking Three
1800s.
Musketeers and shit.
Yeah, dude. He was like, "Hey, pass me the gun." I said, "Bro, we're better off running this motherfucker over and trying to shoot him." But it got kind of intense because we did chase the guy around, but luckily nothing happened.
Yeah. What
Thank
about?
God, yeah.
He wasn't gonna kill you now, huh, motherfucker?
But it's like, man, right there, we got the idea of how close-minded people really are, and
And you can't and at the same time you have to have an understanding. Like you said, they're closed-minded. They've only been in this certain little bubble.
Yeah.
Their heads filled with the same bullshit.
But it's crazy because out there in North Dakota, I kind of understand their way of thinking and their way of living because it's only country. Like they don't have a big city. They basically know each other, the people that live there.
Shit,
you
man,
know?
if they reacted like that to Mexicans,
Yeah.
imagine if a black guy walked back then,
And
or
you didn't see none.
I,
It was
yeah,
rare.
right now that you say it, I don't think I ever saw
Yeah.
it.
or someone Asian, or
But-
like
Well, do you
different.
think KKKs like hate blacks the most, or do you think that they just hate any fucking minority?
Well, I think
Minorities.
specific, yeah, minorities.
we-
yeah.
Dude, we know what's
Skin
some weird shit
colors.
though. Like,
and
do you
Jew
think-
and Jews, yeah.
yeah, do you think that like, do you think that anyone that rocks the Confederate flag automatically is a racist, or you think that
I have
there
a
are
feeling-
some people that they really do like it? They rock that flag for the historic representation of it, which was like the South was at one point like its own entity, you know? Like, you think it's that, or you think it's like,
No, they took
like-
it upon themselves and just hated everybody that doesn't look like them.
you think so? You
Yeah.
think that's what it was?
Even in
It's 'cause-
Louisiana, we were just like 2 hours away, right? Like 2 hours and 30 minutes away from Houston, and we went to a car meet, and we had like some nice cars, right? And our cousins, families, we have nice cars, and some guys came out, and I'm talking about like torn shirts and boots and big belt buckles, like some white dudes and black dudes, and they were like, I never imagined that y'all could have this. I'm like, what you mean y'all? Like, yeah, y'all's raised Mexicans.
What the
I'm like, what
fuck?
the fuck are you
Wait,
talking about?
Mexicans not with a pickup truck? Are you fucking kidding me?
You know, like,
Because they're stupid as hell.
yeah, like it was stupid, bro. Like I was like, what the fuck do you mean, y'all? And they just backed up their own people. They're like, man, leave. You know, like, but they're so busy being in the fucking country or being.
Yeah,
Fish-
dude.
you
I don't
know,
even get pissed at that shit because obviously the guy that told you about the killing, like there, it's like, yeah, you gotta be like, fuck
That's
you.
a threat.
Yeah,
That's
but
man, that's tough.
people like that, like you have to, I guess, if you're around them long enough, they're gonna come to the realization, like, oh shit, man, maybe I was wrong
Yeah.
about this race or whatever. For some reason, I consider them bad,
Mm.
and what the fuck was I thinking? Like they're gonna have that epiphany, hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, it was really crazy because we had to go get a COVID test. Like COVID was popping that day, and they sent us out to this little clinic, and we went and got checked in and everything. They were like, "Yeah, go to this room." There was no light, no chairs, no nothing. We were sitting on the floor.
What
the
the
fuck?
fuck?
Yeah, it was like a conference room. It was
and-
crazy.
Wait, where was this again?
We were segregated, bro. Like in,
Dickinson, North Dakota.
for real.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
They're like whites over here, Mexicans,
Yeah.
all minorities over here. Yeah.
And
And
like
we had a
literally,
face mask. We had the the face cover and everything.
we
you
were
know,
literally in a room.
following the regulations or whatever.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. But
Was there good money there at least, man? God
yeah,
damn, dude.
It was worth
good.
it, bro.
It was worth the
Yeah,
money.
all right,
But-
man. That's good.
That was worth the racism. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I
Like, we
think
laugh
suck
about
my
it.
ass.
We
yeah,
don't-
I
we
don't.
don't
I
care.
can't. I'm not gonna blame them for it, bro. I'm not gonna hate them for it because a lot of the times, like the older people, they've been raised like that, their entire life. But this younger generation, us, bro,
Not
you know
necessary.
better, dude. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah,
you
they'd
know,
probably
your
be watching like
grandfather,
Big Booty
your
Latinas
great-grandfather.
on porn or something.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
But they're hating on the fucking
Yeah,
race,
dude.
right?
He's like, I fucking hate you. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
That,
No, you don't.
The hate fuck.
Yeah, dude. That's like fucking ancestor shit,
Yeah,
you know?
but man, dude, like some people, you just you can't help them,
No.
You can't help them. And we were literally just talking about that yesterday because one of our roommates, he's black. Sean, dude, one of the coolest persons you ever meet. He stands by what he believes and he'll listen to you. And like with him, it's like if once you bring up a topic, it's like to him, it's like you're inviting his criticism into it because if not, then don't tell me about it,
Yep.
But he'll hear you out, dude, 100%, with what you got to say, and he'll put in his 2 cents, but you'll finish talking to him and he'll look back at you and you're still you and he's still him and there's literally no hard feelings.
That's
and
the best.
bro, and
Love
it's
that,
so
man.
badass,
That's the
dude.
fucking best.
It's
man.
so badass because like you can people, it's because people that they don't they'll hear but they won't listen with understanding, and he's one of those persons, dude. He's a vegan. He takes care of himself, and us raised off, our culture is
Carnitas.
our
Yeah.
culture is hospitality, bro. And
Yeah.
like, we'll be cooking at the apartment, and I tell him, hey, you know what, Sean? I know you don't like this, bro, but I'm still gonna, give you my kind gesture and invite you to some of this food.
Yeah.
And he'll say, thank you, much obliged, but I don't want any, thank you, and whatever it is. But dude, he's the coolest person ever. You could talk
Like,
to this
who
guy
would've fucking
about
thought,
anything, dude,
What
about
are the odds?
anything,
Yeah, that's why, and that opens your mind, especially when sometimes when you're raised, like even obviously every race is racist, right? Like
Yeah.
Latinos, like for Latinos, sometimes like depends on where you grow up. Like, when there's always beef between it's always beef between minorities.
Dude.
Yeah.
So like between Hispanics and the blacks and
Bro,
stuff like that. So
Dude, but it's Chicago thing. There,
Yeah.
we talked about it. Dude, that shit don't exist in Houston, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look, the only thing that exists in Houston is whenever you call a Honduran, whenever you confuse him for a Mexican. Or a Mexican for a Salvadoran.
Yeah.
They'll tell you all, mejor dime perro.
Damn.
But
Yeah, we don't
that,
take that
that's,
shit, bro.
you know, that's
and God
something
forbid you
different,
call
bro.
him Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
damn.
that's something different, dude. It's like, I think all that started whenever the what is it, Salvadorans or Hondurans that were
They were
going
trying to
through
come up here.
Mexico, and they
Oh,
were
yeah.
giving them beans, and they got all mad. And
Bro,
shit.
they hate Mexicans.
Yeah,
Oh
so
no, they
I-
got fucked with bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they did get
So,
fucked.
I
A lot of them
believe-
got killed.
Yeah, raped and stuff. Yeah, so I believe
Oh,
all of that
sucks.
started there. But I mean, other than that, dude, like,
We were really cool. Like we could walk out there in the middle of the night and nothing.
But
would-
it's all mixed, right? It's like super diverse.
Yeah, you have all types of cultures out there.
And
like,
that's also something
You
like
know what?
it's
I
really
did.
crazy.
I remember one thing from that trip to Mexico when we got stranded in Texas. The one person that helped us find an auto mechanic was a white man.
mhm.
Yeah, like
it don't matter, right?
Anybody
And-
will stop and help
Dude, it
you
was
out.
like to me like I had never heard somebody talk like that, like because he had an accent, you know,
Yeah.
like Texas accent. I'm like, damn, like this guy sounds like straight up
Cowboy.
what I'm told that is
Yeah.
a
Texas
racist
is
person,
Cow-
or,
yeah, yeah.
or like that doesn't like Mexicans. But this guy straight up was really nice, helped us like to get somewhere.
Out there,
That's true.
it's really tough to find somebody that's gonna be racist towards you because there's a lot of culture out there.
Bro,
like,
it's
Fuck
all,
yeah, it's right next to
bro,
Mexico.
yeah,
Shit.
it's all about, you know, back
you
there,
find a lot. Of
you
people.
will have your hard hits, but more than anything, I believe it's more about respect. If I bump into you, hey, bro, my bad.
Yeah.
You know? But if I bump into you and I just keep walking by and then you tell me, hey, bro, watch out. And I turn around and tell you, you know, what's up? What? No, bro, you're going to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's a fight.
common sense.
And it's like
Yeah.
George Lopez, right? It's like you go like this.
Yeah, like
And, you know,
putazos.
that's common sense, dude. But, like, that whole colors and, you know,
it's
shit like that,
different.
you do see it happening every now and then. But out there, dude, it's like really nobody cares for it.
That's what I was telling
amazing.
him,
That's
don't do
amazing,
that
dude.
here.
Because here it's like Chicago it's so opposite of that, man.
And we
Yeah.
were like
It's so
literally
fucking
raised-
Colors
Colors
segregated.
matter. Hats matter.
No, out there, fuck no.
Like if you have a socks hat, like there's a gang that will like literally like use a socks hat as a gang representation. They use like don't wear black and gold, obviously, right? And black and yellow, just two colors. Like it's with black, like fuck, dude, and it's like very obvious, and you're sagging a little bit. Dude, you're toast, man. They're gonna fuck with you.
Nah,
Dude, and,
Right
and,
off the
and,
bat.
and they're literally dying for nothing.
out of colors.
You are dying for nothing.
on.
This
Yeah.
neighborhood, this city, they don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
They don't.
But the thing
and,
is,
and it's sad, bro. It's sad.
Yeah.
And back home, we experienced that kind of a little bit whenever that whole Katrina Rita thing happened in Louisiana, and you had a bunch of people, not just guys, but whole communities from New Orleans, Covington, all the everybody from the boot from Louisiana coming into Houston, Texas, for aid. Is you're mixing two different cultures, two different mindsets.
hell yeah.
Bro, it was crazy because somebody explained to me, later down the road that in New Orleans, their jail system is so backed up, kind of like what you guys are experiencing here in Illinois, that you get caught for like murder or whatever it was. Like it was literally just spend the night in jail and go on about your business.
Are you serious?
Dude, yeah, the quarters that you got I don't know the name to all the quarters in New Orleans, but dude, it's bad out there. It's bad out there, and they'll go and commit murder, robbery, all kinds of shit.
Oh, dude, over there, it's easy to get away with some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
no, it's
it's
pretty
crazy, dude.
loosey-goosey over there,
It-
dude.
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Loosey-goosey.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because whenever all those people came to Houston, seeking shelter, they started robbing, they started killing, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it's poverty.
breaking,
You got nothing.
break and entering.
Oh, they went. It's like putting a kid in a candy
Yeah,
store.
to them
like,
it was a free market, dude. Hey, you know what? Damn,
Man,
he leaves his truck turned on in the morning,
Yeah.
and he waits inside.
Oh fuck!
I go take his shit.
He left his
and-
bike out in the front.
And yeah, bro, literally, dude, and it started happening. But dude, the you know, all the law enforcement hit them so hard that they ended up going back. They couldn't handle it, you know. They couldn't handle it. And in Houston, it's crazy. Whenever HPD, you know, Houston Police Department needs backup, they'll call in the state troopers and stuff like that, dude. And you know,
They try to get away with shit out
you know, you will probably get some hate over this, but a lot of people, they hate cops. But I don't see the reason to it, bro. I really don't.
Yeah, who do you call when you need help?
I really don't. And it's
That's
like
what we rely
people
on,
say,
yeah.
Yeah,
you know, it's the famous saying, "Oh, fuck 12 and this and that." Bro, you're doing illegal shit. Of
Wait,
course
is
you're
it
gonna
12
get it.
police?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
12,
doing
oh,
something,
shit.
if you're doing something that elicits a cop having to stop you, then yeah.
Wait, so you guys don't call police 5-0?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
call them
that's
5-0, but that's like the
Oh,
old
okay.
term. Everybody call.
I'm about to say, like, what?
Look, I think
5-0.
I could be wrong, but I
5-0.
think a rapper, one dude finding some, you know, at some point in time said fuck 12, and 12 has been,
It's
you know,
stuck,
law
yeah.
enforcement ever since then. And
They call him the Jakes, too. Have you heard of that one or no?
No.
no,
I never
that's-
heard that
that's
either,
new
yeah.
to me.
That was Big L.
Oh yeah.
He has a song called Ebonics.
Oh,
Do you
that
guys
guy has
listen
a
to
lot of
hip
good
hop or
songs.
no?
Very little.
Oh,
So what do you guys? What kind of music you guys listen to?
A mix of everything.
That's
what's your-
PM, huh?
Like, what's your go?
Yeah,
What's your
SPM.
go
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to right now?
SPM.
Dude, for me, basically, for me, it depends on the mood that I'm in.
Mm.
So, I believe music will trigger you, right?
For sure.
Definitely. So it's like there's times that, you know, I've always told them, it's like, bro, like the we'll be listening to a corrido y te sientes un alucín. Like you feel like, you know, like your little narco shit, you know, because of the verse, you know, and it's like it kind of like hypes you up.
It's kind of
That
like
shit.
how, like with hip hop, dude, you feel all badass and shit.
Yeah,
You're listening to a
so-
song like Biggie Smalls,
I feel like doing graffiti.
"Give Me the Loot" or
Uh,
like a song like
Something
that, and
crazy.
you feel like you're gonna fuck somebody up, you know?
Yeah, well, for me, like hip hop is like the graffiti part of it.
Yeah.
So it all really depends, you know, the mood that I'm in. If I'm at the gym, I'm not gonna listen to, you know, to Juan Gabriel. You know what I'm saying?
Querida.
Yeah, so, you see what I'm saying? It really all depends in the mood, but you know, really anything, everything.
Yeah.
Country, hip hop, rap, you know.
reggaeton, the whole
yeah.
thing.
For real, like like with you guys, fucking country's big, right? For everybody.
Yeah.
Or you guys don't like country that much?
I like it, you know, but me personally, just the mood that I'm in. you
It's
know?
funny
Yeah.
because right here in Chicago, like, I remember asking a lot of people, like, hey, what do you listen to? And they're like, oh, everything but country. Like, I've heard that answer, like, literally, like, at least 50 times.
But I think,
It's fucking crazy.
yeah, I wonder if those people, it's like a certain type of country they don't like. I think they're not specific enough. Because for me, I'm very specific as to what kind of country I like and what kind of country I
I
don't
started
like.
listening to old school country, and dude, it's the shit. It's pretty raw.
I
It's
think
pumps
it's
you
like
up.
music for the soul, bro. Because
Whatever's gonna get you, yeah.
yeah, it's like if I'm feeling down, dude, I'm not gonna listen to a song that's talking about killing or robbing people, right? So of
Yeah.
course, you know, but for the most part, dude, I hardly even listen to music. I'll be driving and I'll radio's off, and you know, I just let my thoughts, you know, go freely.
Fuck, man, I wish I could do that.
I can't. I go
Yeah,
crazy.
right?
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, and me personally, bro, like if I'm going somewhere, anywhere, I'd rather go alone. And I think that's something that I picked up from my dad, you know, from my old man. But you know, as far as music goes, I'd rather not listen. I'd rather listen to. So my sister got me into all this. I probably butcher the words, but chakras and mudras, all the what's it called, the pineal gland and stuff like that. So I'll listen to. It's more than anything, it's hertz, it's
your third
frequencies.
eye, dude.
I was about to say, what group? I was
No,
I was
bro,
gonna
it's,
say, what group is
plays
pineal
that?
gland?
It's,
I was like,
all it is
is that heavy metal?
it's some Slipknot shit.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, that sounds hardcore, man.
Me personally, that's what I
Yeah,
listen
dude,
to.
that waitress fucked up, man. You're ahead of your game, son.
Yeah, no, bro. Different frequencies, dude.
Oh wow.
Because it relaxes me.
Hey, that is true though. I read about
It
that.
relaxes me, bro.
Thank
Like
you for
the
mentioning that.
the
I'm gonna try that out.
vibrations and
Bro,
the frequencies that fucking affects your your body.
Everything.
That's what music
Everything.
actually does. Like if you want to listen to, like you said, like something chill, the vibrations, they'll create like certain like
And we don't think about it in that
Chemical
in that
reaction.
form.
And they say that that we let off, you know, like that aura, the energy. It's a frequency that you're letting off of. So so whenever people say, "Oh, I'm getting a bad vibe from you," it's the frequency that because he's full of energy. He's a living organism, right? So
Oh yeah, he's really full of energy.
everybody. So
Hey, can you make that sound you do at work,
No,
please?
No.
I'll give you.
Yeah, not here.
What do you guys vote? You guys vote he should do
No,
it or
no.
no?
Yeah,
should
man.
do it.
No.
I mean,
Dude,
Probably
come
later.
on,
Probably
dude.
later. Probably.
Dude,
later.
you will be fucking viral, bro.
No.
no, so
No, you're not down?
That's
How about how many more beers do I gotta give you
probably like a whole 24.
Oh, damn.
fuck.
That'll take too long.
next time?
You're gonna have to record it one day and send it to
Yeah,
me,
just-
dude.
Come on,
and
man.
then we'll just edit it into
Hey,
the.
don't
Yeah.
you like when he does that shit? Like he does like a funny ass moan at work,
Okay.
and
Well,
I
I
was
thought you were
like,
talking about the monkey noise because
"Is that monkey noise?"
There's
No,
times that
I
he
have
climbs
a
on the
bunch.
scaffolds and he starts like jumping on him. And
No, he
then
does that moan at work all the time.
Oh yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's like his
I have a-
signature.
It's
funny,
calling,
right?
Yeah.
I'll be like, when I'm feeling like really upset, I'm like, "Hey, dude, do that scream, dude," and he'll do it. I'm like, "Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about." And then he started doing it the other day, and bro, I felt like we were like in the jungle because he did that moan. Come on, bro. You not down?
No,
No?
not here. I'll do it at work. You could record it. And
I
that's
feel
it.
like doing it just
Yeah.
to show up, but then I'm not
Do
gonna
it.
do it good like you.
Do it.
He goes like, "Oh," he goes like that. And the other day, dude, he did that shit, and he did it loud as fuck, bro. And there was the scaffold builders, they're reckless, dude. They're reckless as fools, right?
They
I've
start
been
going
there
out.
with
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So dude, he did that, and the other dude, everyone was moaning, dude. It was moaning everywhere. It felt like that, like when you pop up that video and it has that moan. I was like, what the fuck? And one of the guys like, "Hey Jackson, can I get a oh yeah?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
son.
bro,
Shit, I started moaning too. I was like,
That's awesome. That gets you through your day, dude. That's
Yeah.
that funny shit.
Yeah.
good
fucking around.
vibration.
That,
Fuck yeah,
when
dude.
we were working on that fucking
The
whole ass
cabeza, right?
exchanger,
Yeah.
he started doing that noise, and there was like some pipe fitters on another exchanger, and they started going back and forth with each other.
Yeah.
And
That's
there's a
right.
video that
What's your
says,
name?
"Hey, what's your name?" "Oh, my name's whatever the fuck." "Well, your mom this, your mom that." Bro, they were going back and forth for like a fucking hour. That shit
Oh,
was
like
hilarious.
that Ezekiel and Tony.
Yeah.
Fuck
Hey,
you, Tony.
Yeah,
And like,
Tony
fuck
shit,
you,
yeah.
Tony.
Fuck,
Yeah, it was
I
So
didn't
so
watch
that
that
shit
one.
was fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah, but isn't that what makes like, like working fun?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
cause you work with the OGs, dude. Dude, they're like fucking. They're
They don't talk to
like,
you.
dude. I look at them like the craft itself. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, I look at that man like insulation all over, bro. And that's like when I hang out with
It's
the
like
youngsters.
trying to stop a Rubik's cube, like
Yeah, dude. It's like, dude,
So-
chill the fuck out, bro. It's you
They're
know.
too serious.
Yeah, dude. They're like, dude. For them, like, they everything by the book and this and that. I'm like, dude. I remember one time I put like insulation. I didn't even like there was missing like half the insulation in there. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. And the old man was looking at me like, "Hey, no." I'm like, dude, chill the fuck out, dude.
It's fine.
Relax.
Like, it's metal, bro. It's gonna cover it. He's like, nah. I'm like,
now, you have two different types of old school. You got the by the book ones, you got the pervert ones, the ones that don't
Oh,
give a
yeah.
shit.
oh yeah,
Bro,
Yeah,
they're
bro,
trying to
the
rape you in
pervert.
there.
Yeah, bro.
They're getting your ass, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking-
I'd rather deal with the serious one.
There's this dude at work, and I think he's a prankster, right? So he does a lot of photoshopping. And he had actually taken a picture of one of the OGs at work, and once he was about to Photoshop, he noticed that the old man was on his phone and shit, right? He noticed he was watching fucking gay porn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. And he fucking told the whole company about it now. So that
fucked
poor
up.
old man, I've been looking at him. And he's like, "Oh, I'm like, hey," and he'll be like, he'll grab me. He'll be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, buddy?"
Viejo
Nah, he
lesbiano.
fucking. I used to be like, "Oh man, this guy sees me like a son," and then I'm like, "Fuck that."
More like a gay
Like,
son.
I was like, yeah, like a stepson. I don't know, dude.
Come here, boy.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
show you
stuck?
some tricks. Yeah, dude. That's some fucking crazy
Man,
shit.
that guy's a fucking asshole for spreading that shit around.
Yeah, he is.
But that
He's a
guy's an
little
idiot too
fucking-
for watching that shit right there in the open.
I mean, look, dude. Honestly, if that's what he wants to watch, like, fuck it, right? But,
Yeah, that's fine.
But
That's
see,
his
he's
deal.
a married man.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? He has like fucking 10 grandkids. Like, damn, son.
Oh yeah, no,
Dude,
that
but
gets.
the refinery world, bro, is like a whole other sex scandal.
Drama.
Dude, it
It's-
is
you will
crazy,
never
bro.
imagine
Crazy.
what
Fuck,
actually
we need
goes
to
on
get-
in
we
Is
there.
it drama or not, dude?
We
Say
need
the
to
truth.
get-
100%.
We need to
dude.
get like an investor to do like a documentary
Oh, I always said it.
on
It
the
should-
refinery life,
Jersey Shore can kiss a refinery's ass.
on
Easy.
the shit that happens, and
Bro, like there is stories,
Fights,
piled up
like,
on top of each other of the shit that you'll see.
Dude, if there's one chick working within the refinery workers, dude, the drama intensifies by 1,000.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
And said chick, dude, she's got it made for as long as she wants to work there.
What do you mean?
just
Oh,
because
like-
everybody's being
Just because
pervs,
she's-
or
Yeah,
She just goes to the big boss and
yeah, dude, all
hooks
she,
up and
yeah, the right person has to like her, and that's it.
Dude, that's what I always said. Like, if a chick comes in the refinery, like, dude, all you're ever gonna see is a chick riding in the truck with the foreman or the bosses. You'll never see her
Bro.
working. They're just trying to get that ass.
I think I still
That's
have
how
the
they
video.
are.
thirsty, man.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
gonna,
it's-
I'm
it's
gonna
a
show you
mind
guys a
dance,
crazy ass
dude.
video, bro, that you would never expect.
What is it?
It you would never expect it. They were in a company truck, and there was two guys in the front, and the guys, it's like me and him were in the front, and everybody was homies, right? And they recorded, hey, what's up, this and that, da da da. And the guy has his his camera facing forward,
No.
and in the back it's his foreman, with the girl, and the girl's naked.
there's actually two guys in the back.
But the girl was naked. The dude's grabbing her tits and all that. And then in that video, you see her go down on the guy, and he just throws his jacket over her.
But she was like fully naked, like completely.
Bro, you can see boobs and everything.
Oh my god, dude.
Jesus Christ,
Bro, it is
Yeah.
crazy, dude. It was crazy. There's they told us about
your wife's gonna be like, "You're not going to work no more."
You can I?
You better get your FaceTime on.
She's like, who's next to you?
Let me see your pants.
Are you stiffy right now?
walk in the door first, they used to smell you.
Nah, dude. Look, honestly though, I know some people are like, oh, that's dope. It's not dope.
Fuck
And I'll tell you why. Because that same chick is gonna be bossing you around because she sucked the guy's dick. Just because of that, like, literally, I feel like the boss would put her in a high position for doing some shit like that. So now that chick that knows jack shit, just knows how to suck dick, is now telling you what the fuck to do. Just because she had that advantage on you.
And not to speak bad on them, dude, but you have a mixture of everything. You have guys that are kiss asses,
Yep.
and then you have women that actually do go out there and work.
Now you do have some girls that work.
But a lot of them choose the easy way out.
Yeah.
The easy way out, bro. There's a guy that back in Baytown. This dude, he had for people that do refinery work, especially in the field that we're in, he had kind of like per se the dream job. He had the badass position. He was a site manager for that company on that at that job site. Bro, this guy had a warehouse, and in that warehouse, on company time, on company money, he put a chain link fence up inside that warehouse. And, the dude made like a little room, had a TV, had a couch, had a bed, where he would go in there and, have sex with his coworkers. And he had like a work wife. Bro, he had
That's when the power goes to your head,
bro,
dude.
he had a work wife, and then he had his, at home wife. And the dude got busted. And he had been at that refinery for years. You're talking about a man, bro, that's making,
But like you said, he had a maid.
bro, a site manager, dude.
And lost
And we do installation. We do a pork craft, what they call a pork craft, right? That man there, bro, he had to been making
Why is it a pork craft?
because of the money it pays.
So you think we're in the bottom of the totem pole, right?
Nah,
We're
fuck
the
that. If
second
you're
lowest.
wearing scaffold, you wouldn't be the bottom.
Ah,
Scaffold
you're right. So it's
just-
scaffold installation.
and then
Yeah.
refrac, and then there's like a bunch of things, but they call this, well, it's not a pork craft, they call it soft craft, because a turnaround it's bidded on how many welds and how many feet of pipe is gonna be installed. They don't care about the installation because they're gonna focus
That
more.
comes after.
They're gonna focus more on the welds because that'll be the most expensive thing that needs
That's
to be
finished
done.
product too, right? Like
Yeah,
finished
so-
equipment. Oh.
So that's what we call the soft craft. And this dude, man, I want to say he was making every bit of $6,000 a week. And you know,
Fuck,
he,
dude.
6,000 a week. That's
he-
true shit.
You're
too.
made. Hey, dude,
I
that's-
wouldn't.
that's
I wouldn't,
no joke.
I wouldn't
That's
that one
money,
big,
dude.
bro. Because if you got like regular insulators and middlemen making 2,500, 3,000 a week, you got foremans making 35, 3,800. I don't see why a site manager isn't making 6,000 a week. And he lost it all, dude. He was there for years. We're not talking about it. It was his first time there. The dude was there for years and he lost it all.
All
Man.
for some ass.
All for some ass.
They
yeah.
could have gone afterward.
No,
Karma,
and
dude.
It, and it
He's horny
happened.
fucks. Just trying to feel. It's the ego, I think.
No, dude.
He
and-
created his own little place there, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
like, what
dude.
the fuck? Like,
And the reason it happened was because he had to fire the girl for whatever reason. He had to fire the girl, and whenever he did, the girl retaliated. Hey, this guy sexual
snitched.
harassment, this and that, da da da.
sexual harassment. Jesus
Bit
Christ.
him in the ass.
Dude, this is why I'm like, I always say, like guys, like, just fucking. If you're married, man, just be with your girl, man. Don't be bringing all these extra problems, man.
No.
Now that
It's-
guy's
it's
probably
not worth it.
divorced. He doesn't have that badass job, and now he's got to pay child support and do all this bullshit. Like,
I think
I don't think the
people need to watch, I guess, videos and of guys that lose all their shit because of wanting to fuck some girl outside of their,
not fucking worth it, man. Like,
Yeah.
don't do some shit like
Power
that.
does corrupt you, right? But they're saying that anybody can make it to the top, but not everybody can maintain themselves there.
It's lonely at the top, man.
Yeah, dude. And anybody can make it to the top, bro. We've seen guys that are superintendents that are complete fucking idiots. Like, I can't, wrap my head around it, but like, how?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But he knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Eventually, he paid somebody here, he paid somebody there. They made some under the table money, and now the dude's a superintendent. But they lack the experience, they lack the knowledge, the common sense, and they can't keep themselves in that elevated spot,
Yeah.
So the greed gets
Yeah.
to them, the power gets to them. And the thing with I've noticed, bro, that with a lot of men, whenever you feel accomplished, you feel like you're the man.
The ego.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you just have to learn how to control it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
because
keep, you have
nothing
to,
can get you.
you have to keep yourself in check.
Yeah, but you and there's there's times that you get your house, you get your car, you get money, this and that, da, da, da. It's like you feel good. You feel like you're
You
kind of
feel
untouchable.
accomplished.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hell yeah. And it's like, man, can't nobody take that feeling away from you, but you do get carried away. It's like, if I got away with it once, I can get away with it twice, 3 times, 4 times. And that's what happens to those guys.
Yeah, they think they're fucking untouchable, dude.
But you know what? That's good for us, bro, because that gives us more ability to get to the top one day.
If
Those
dude,
motherfuckers were humble. We
it's
never
like-
get there, man.
It's like Medusa, bro.
We're gonna be here for a long
chop
time.
off, you chop off one head, another one comes out.
Yeah.
But look, I feel like literally if everyone just kind of, and we talked about this at work, like it sucks because I used to get in a lot of problems with a lot of supervisors. I used to always talk shit. Like, in fact, one of the jobs, we had a problem because we were doing asbestos, and the boss was gonna pay us $1 extra, just $1, dude. You're gonna pay like $20 an hour. He was gonna give us an extra $1 to remove asbestos. That's like one of the most known worst.
They gave you like $20 extra, dude.
Yeah, I know. And he was stalling on that so fucking hard. So I'm like, what the fuck? So like all my coworkers like, hey, Godinez, let's team up, man. Let's team up. Let's ask this motherfucker to give us our money. Like, we deserve it, blah blah blah. So it was like 7 other guys, right? So there I go, the fucking martyr, dude. I go there. And the guy comes in all happy. Dude, we didn't even have socks because when you do asbestos, they're supposed to provide you the PPE. They're supposed to give you coveralls and socks. And dude, we didn't even have socks. Like, there were some ripped ass socks and shit. Like, all my toes were coming out. Like, the coveralls were all ripped. They're like this thin. It was like 30-degree weather and shit. Yeah, dude, they didn't have was like the warm coveralls. Nothing, dude.
What do you mean socks? Like
Socks for
socks
your
or
boots.
like-
No, for your boots. So they give you socks for your boots, and then they would give us coveralls.
Like to cover your boots.
No, just literally socks, like any
Oh,
other
just
socks. Yeah, just socks. Because, in all the clothing you wear when you do asbestos has to stay in a decontamination building. You'll never be able to take it back out. So
Yeah.
you basically go in, and then there's a changing room. You change out of your regular clothes, put it away in a decontaminated area. Then you switch on to your clothes that you're going to be using for asbestos. and the company already has a set of clothes for you to remove asbestos, right? So, dude, we didn't have no warm gear. It was 30 degrees. It was like fucking raining and shit. And all we had was like thin ass fucking coveralls, dude. And you can't wear nothing underneath and shit. So it was fucking cold as fuck, dude. And everyone was just like, dude, fuck this shit. Like, we're not even getting paid an extra dollar. Like, you need to speak up. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, man. I'm like, everyone, give me your hand as a fucking man. Give me your word that when I speak up, y'all motherfuckers gonna do it with me, you know? So they're all like, yeah, dude. They all shook my hand and shit. And I'm like, all right. I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna fucking do it then. So, dude, the fucking superintendent comes in all happy. He's like, hey, he had sent someone to get socks from Walmart. He's like, look, I got socks. Let's go work. And I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, we ain't doing shit. I'm like, because you owe us a fucking raise. And you told us, and we're all agreeing that we're not going to fucking work until you give us a fucking raise. And then he's like, what? He's like, you're not going to fucking work? He's like, are you serious? Dude, I swear to God, all these ballsy ass motherfuckers started looking down. I looked around. I'm like,
Oh, they bitched out.
they pussied out like pussies, dude. They just like looked down like this, like that. And the boss was like, "Didn't I give you a raise? Didn't I give you?" Dude, there was only there was one guy. He was like a 40-year-old from El Valle. He's like, "No, yo estoy con Godines. Like, that shit ain't right. That shit ain't cool." Everyone else bitched out, dude. Everyone else bitched out. After that, I was like, "Man, fuck this shit, dude." I'm like,
Never speaking up again.
yeah, dude. And that's kind of what I was telling you guys about, like for me, dude, honestly, that was like a big dude, I felt betrayed with, like, so bad, dude. I'm like, damn, dude, like, I literally spoke up for these guys, like,
But you shouldn't do it for others. You should do it for yourself of what you believe is right. Like,
yeah, that is
you gotta
true.
hold.
I
The
mean,
thing
that's
is,
what you were
though,
doing in
also
that
down.
instance. It's
You
not
know?
like you were.
For sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, like, I realized that there's actually a better way. That's the thing. So, like, dude, if you get pushed and rushed, you gotta realize they're not pointing a gun at our head. So all you gotta do is when they push you and rush you, just slow down. So, like, if they keep telling you, like, hey, come on, we need it done. Like, dude, walk even slower. Take even longer. Like, fuck it, dude. What are they gonna do? Look, they can't fire you because you're working. And they need the job done anyway. So, like, it's gonna get done when it fucking gets done. And you are the fucking winner because you took control of that situation. So, like, you just gotta let them think that you're listening to them. You can't show them that you're opposing, but at the same time, you can oppose without them knowing, because at the end of the day, they are an authority. So, because they are an authority, if you do speak up and go against them, they will kind of try to retaliate.
Oh, naturally, yeah.
But if you indirectly plan your move, it's like Biggie Smalls, bad boys move in silence. That's fucking true, man. I realize that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had a change of heart, a change of mind. Last year, I had a lot of problems with supervision, and all I ever did was speak up. Like, it almost got to, like, fucking, boxing it out and shit. And none of it ever worked out. I always got the shittiest jobs. I do a whole fucking line, and right when it was about to get done, boom, they switched me. They gave the other guy the cake shit, and then boom, I go bang on another one. It was just hell, dude. So then I realized, like, there's got to be an easier way to this. There's got to be a way where we could all meet in the middle. So I compromised. I did what they told me, and at the end of the day, I knew what I was doing. I would never fucking overexert myself.
Yep.
I just keep it in my mind, like, fuck these guys. I'm gonna let them think they got me, and they don't.
But
got
yeah,
me.
they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm telling you right now, bro, that is the best way to win. And actually, at the end of the day, they'll compromise with you because they're at your grace at that point.
Yeah, they're only as good as the team.
And they
Yeah.
don't even realize it.
They don't even
Yeah.
realize it, dude.
It's like as it is right now, like the same situation we're at right now.
Yeah.
Like the guy says that we can't work. I'm like, okay, if you say we can't work, then shit, I can't work. Like, I'm not gonna go and prove myself to you to prove to you that I can actually work. Shit, if you think I can do shit, then you're not gonna be expecting shit from me. So I ain't gonna be doing shit.
So this is
No,
the
I'm just
problem
chilling.
though with that. So with this situation, I feel like I know you guys could work. I'm nobody. I'm just another worker, right? There's way better metaleros than me. Like, that's obvious. You guys have more experience than me. You guys know more than me. So, and I will recognize that you guys have done bigger shit than me. That's for sure. But I will tell you this. I feel like supervisors, they some are cool, but out of instinct to maintain their power, like you said, they will either inflict fear on you or they want you to love them. And unfortunately for us, like with us, it benefited us greatly if we had a supervisor that preferred to be loved, that they catered. Because I feel like we're the kind of people that if they showed us appreciation, we'd fucking devote ourselves 100% and give it back. But in our situation, I feel like it's just a circumstance of having someone that feels the necessity of having that ultimate power.
Yeah.
So they want everyone to be submissive, right?
Yeah.
So
they could look good at the end of
yes,
the day.
so that's a thing, and you
But
know,
they're
and
not
I
gonna get
told you
that out of
guys,
us.
I respect you guys because I see the alpha male in you guys,
Mm-hmm.
and not being submissive and shit, and putting up a fight and all that, right? But in my opinion, you know, just my way of thinking or the way I'm doing shit is, fuck this. These guys, the ego is out the fucking door. So what I'ma fucking do is play submissive, bro.
Dude, it's
Anyone
like
that
the-
knows me is I'm nothing. I'm not submissive at all.
It's like the thing
Whatsoever.
I told you about where like, say like in my instance, I work with animals and stuff like that. So it's like saying like, oh, I just handle a bunch of like dogs, say for instance, and I smell like shit, right? And I'm like, and I tell my supervisor, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna be changing my scrubs, and the supervisor says, oh, yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Like him telling me that it's okay to do it.
Yeah, cause he wants to feel like
Like he gave the authority.
Yeah,
he gave the
exactly.
permission.
So but in my head, I'm like,
Bro.
okay, I wasn't asking you. I was just
I'm telling
making a
you, yeah.
statement. You
yeah.
know?
And if you tell him I wasn't asking you, what are you doing right there? You're
You're
challenging.
challenging him. Then
No,
that's
and-
like it causes.
But who's the
and-
greater man?
Out
Who's
here
the
is
greater
fucking
man?
stupid,
The one
what?
that says like okay, you know what they say like, don't ever try to fight with an idiot. You're never gonna win.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you guys are obviously smart. So what you have to do is just kind of like, you know, it's really a game of acting, bro. It's really, dude, it's really a game
you have to
of.
be deceptive as fuck, dude.
It's really crazy because like
Yes,
it's
it is.
it's all fucking stupid. Like they see me fucking picking up a box. They're like, pick up that box. Like, oh no shit, I already have it in my fucking hand. Like, you know, you're telling me to do something I'm already doing.
So they saw you guys are
You know?
alpha as fuck, though.
And
That's
one
the
thing, one thing
situation.
with me, bro, is can't fight and won't fight. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like you can only get humiliated so much, bro, before you're like, man, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
No, and he knows the dude is like, we've been blessed, bro. You know, without a doubt, we've had very good mentors, and you know, I'm gonna thank them from the bottom of my heart to the day that I die, because they gave me an opportunity.
How about a shout out?
Huh?
Shout out.
Dude, he's been like, man, fuck this guy. But to me, bro, big shout out, bro, to a guy named Aldo Garibay. Why? Because to him, bro, it's work. But once you actually get to see where he came from and where he's gotten, and the period of time, you're like, man, bro, that's why the guy don't take no bullshit, because he never received it, and he was fair, you know, and he was fair in every way. And not only that, but he gave you the benefit of the doubt. He trusted in you, and he saw something in you that you never saw in yourself.
Oh,
You
shit.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he would always tell us, hey, déjense mamadas y van a llegar a ser alguien. And he always told us, dude, and him and
that's
all his
good.
homeboys, his compadres, they were like, they told me one day, he was like, bro, like, you know, keep going in the path that you're going in, because the day of tomorrow, we're going to be calling you for work. And it hasn't happened yet. And I know I knew it wasn't gonna happen, you know, within the next 5 years. You know, shit, maybe next year. You never know, bro.
Yeah.
This thing turned, you know, the tables turn so quick, in any environment, not only in what we do in our industry, but man, me, dude, and personally, and he'll tell you that I've been a supervisor plenty of times. I think more than they have, and it's like, to me, dude, I'm only as good as the people around me. Why am I gonna bury your face in the ground and talk about you behind, you know, behind your back to him, and vice versa, bro. That's not me.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm gonna empower my group, bro, because if it like I told them that day, they're not gonna look at the supervisor and say, oh, he's doing it. They're not gonna look at the group or the guys or just one individual person and say, no, they're doing really good. They're gonna say, you know what, such and such person in their group, and those guys are fucking badass. Keep them around.
Yeah.
Or if you're sucking ass, they're gonna say, you know what, those guys are fucking trash. The first layoff, get rid of them.
Yeah.
They're gonna see you as a whole, bro. You're not, you're not just one person.
Not single out.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
And what I feel like a good supervisor will make every worker useful.
And
Even
Yeah.
depending on their qualities, their capabilities, everyone is useful
For something.
upon
something,
use
yeah.
being
but,
used
but
right.
it takes a good leader to find
Exactly.
it,
Yeah.
bro. And it almost this is the second job that we're both on our tools. The second job. The first job was when we were working with Aberville's Hoas and at Ineos, and we were both on our tools. And then now
Here in
today,
Illinois or no?
no, it's in Texas, in Alvin, Texas.
Oh shit, and he was in Texas.
Yeah, and we were there. We were both on our toes, whatever. And now this time here, and thanks to him, and I appreciate him for it. And it's love. A lot of love towards him, because we've always looked out for one another. Like I was saying earlier, but I started in 2016, bro, as a helper. I knew zero about any of this, and I'm still learning till today. All of us are still learning. You could be 80 years old and you're still gonna learn something new. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
For sure.
And whenever I started, bro, I was like, man, you know what? I can bring my people in here. We could all make money. Brought him and my brother. They were fresh out of high school. Brought him and my brother, and I said, man, hey, bro, drop that fucking hammer. Leave that sheet of plywood on the ground. Let's come out here and work. Dude, they went from, it was like a $6 to $8 increase, pay increase. Boom, right in. And they avoided all the bullshit that I had to, in there.
That you have to go through.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I was the first one, bro. I had to walk down the strip.
Cheers to that, bro.
And
I'm
they,
working on that.
And they called it in Houston, bro. They call it la lagrimita, because literally, bro, you're out there begging,
Yeah.
day in and day out. And if you don't know the right person, you're not gonna get in. And if you get in, it's some bullshit job. And if you do get in, it's because you have the recruiter's tired of seeing your face every damn day. So he's gonna get you a bullshit job, so you don't show up there the next day.
Yeah.
And I saw the opportunity, and it's not the best job. It's not welding. It's not doing an X-ray, being an X-ray technician or whatever it is, but it's good enough to give you a good life.
For sure.
It'll give you the new house. It'll give you the new cars. It'll give you whatever it is that you want.
It's better than the average, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
And
yeah.
it's what you make out of it. And so I brought them on, whatever. And ever since then, you know what? These guys, we were loyal to one another. And they gave me the opportunity the first time, boom, to become a supervisor. And I said, shit, who better else than my boys? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
And this was literally, bro, the second job into it. We had maybe, 2 years experience, 3 years experience maybe. And they gave me the opportunity. I said, shit, I'm going to give it to them.
Dude, that's pretty good at 3 years, man. Shit.
Why not?
That's fucking dope.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? And I gave it to them, and I fought for the raise, fought for a raise. And every time they would do some shit, I would tell them, tell me about it. Because no matter what it is, dude, in life, whether it's work, personal, whatever it is,
Yeah.
the truth always comes out.
Yep.
And I'll tell them, if y'all do something, bro, let me know. Let me know. It don't matter, bro. They crashed trucks. They blew up trucks. They got forklifts stuck. Dude, they did all kinds of shit, And I told them, tell me about it. That way, they don't, they don't catch me by surprise. And they would tell me about it. You know what? Fuck, it is what it is. Nobody got hurt. But that was the most important part, that nobody got hurt. Because you can cover up a lot of shit, right? And every time that I learned something new, I passed that on to them. Because I was like, eventually, hopefully, I'm going to get to the spot where they're going to offer me, the spot that I want. And if I can bring my people in, who am I going to bring in? The guys that have always been around.
That's
him, my brothers, my other cousins, the
People
other
he can
and
homies.
rely on.
I
for
love
sure.
the way of thinking with that, dude, because it's like some people might think like, oh yeah, I'm going to the top, and they're thinking just about themselves.
Nah.
But the fact that you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna bring these people that I trust in and giving them a better opportunity to make more money and to have a good life, that's gonna give you are gonna thrive because of
Yeah,
it.
because
Are we-
everybody's gonna appreciate it,
Yeah.
no doubt.
Our way of seeing like our jobs that we go to, it's not like only one goes. Well, except for last year that I came out here by myself, and he was out there with the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't move if it's not with each other. Like, it's always 6 or 7 of us riding
I'm telling you,
together.
bro, it's a
When-
tribe.
whenever we first started,
We
dude,
quit and we ride together. Like,
I
we go
was-
to a park, 3 come back.
There's
That's how we
power
see
in
it.
numbers.
Yeah.
Is that right or
Yeah,
not?
So that's what you
Definitely,
meant
for
when
sure.
we started the tribe life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Whenever they started, like I said, fresh out of high school, bro. Look, think about yourself.
Yep,
Fresh out of high school.
fresh out of high school.
Damn.
I didn't even
knucklehead.
finish high school.
Bro, you're a knucklehead.
Yeah, I know.
You see what
I
I'm
had 3
saying?
months left, fool. I don't know what the fuck.
And you said,
It seemed like the right decision.
I
at the
was
time.
doing good. I had like good grades. I'm like,
So-
fuck that. I'm gonna just quit.
I mean, like think yourself fresh out of high school. What do you care about? Not a damn thing. Zero.
I was kind of fuck. I had a kid already. I was like,
Me
fuck.
too.
Yeah, you too, right? I know. We talked about. Cheers, bro.
But,
Well, you need another beer?
Yeah, later on.
Oh fuck yeah, this guy.
yeah, we're gonna be ending soon, but yeah.
and it's like, whenever they started, dude, they were knuckleheads, and he's like, how did you put up with this? I said, I don't know, because I saw kind of in a way I saw myself in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, why am I gonna let my people suffer whenever I have the opportunity to help them out a bit? Whatever they make out of it, that's completely up to them.
That's their deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but they can't never say that. I didn't try to help them.
You were the liaison for
yeah,
sure.
It was
do-
crazy
and-
though
and-
because it's not like we weren't irresponsible. We will show up to work every day, and we will work hard.
They just
But
didn't
like,
give
it's
a
the
fuck.
stupid shit that we would do. Like, I would talk back to the superintendent. I didn't give a fuck. I would talk back to anybody, and
That's pretty cool.
You know,
man.
like-
I do like this.
And that's
We would
the
always-
Aldo
Yeah,
guy
it
that I'm
is.
telling you about, bro.
It is a not like you won't win, but it's like it's,
yeah, I don't give
still.
a fuck. Yeah,
I like
have-
that guy said that to him.
Yeah, and then we finished
You're like,
job.
that's what I was feeling.
I was like, oh, thanks, man. You took him for the team, bro.
And then, like I said, we finished that job, and then the superintendent, he calls me. He's like, hey, vente pa acá, mijo, échame la mano. And I said, I'm not taking my brother and my cousin. And then he was like, nah, es que esos vatos les vale madre, que eso, que aquello. I said, hey, wait, help them out, bro. There has to be something that they can do. And he was like, all right, está bueno. But tell them to quit the bullshit. I never told them. Because I didn't want them, to feel less, bro. Because like, oh, you know what? The
They're
guy
gonna
didn't really
retaliate.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah,
didn't
that's
really
some real
want you
shit,
there.
man.
The guy really didn't want you there, but you just got to quit your shit. No, go out there, and they knew. It's like I didn't have to tell them, but like you're getting the opportunity that a lot of people might have had before. Some people might have never had before. Because I can't compare myself to everybody's situation. Some people achieve greatness earlier than others. Some achieve greatness, years down in life, and depending on what you consider greatness.
Yeah.
But they soaked up all the information. They got it, and it was good, But dude, to me, there's nothing better than like with the situation that we're going on at work. I feel like I embarrassed them that day, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did because it's like before you can rub my face in the dirt, like don't step on my. You know how I say in Spanish, like, pa que hablar si tienes cola que te pisen, And he walked into it himself, and I said, if you want, I know my obligations, but you have to, take yours. You have to accept yours and take it how it is. And now we're suffering the consequences of it, but I don't care because
work is work.
yeah,
and we
work is
keep
work, and
to work.
I'll do anything.
The good thing is you guys strongly believe in what like the more you guys put your heart into it. You know what I'm saying? So like, brother, my approach is different than yours. I see where you guys are coming from, and I respect it 100%. And I see the like if one day down the line, like you guys did say you guys are gonna travel and shit, and if I had to travel, like y'all got my respect 100%. I would 100% go with you guys, cause I see the type of stand-up guys you guys are. The circumstances are a little at odds right now, but I still see I see past that. I'm like, all right, these guys. I mean, like I said from day one, like chill vibe. I wanted to go work with you guys. There was no rush. It was just chilling. We bullshitting, talking and shit, having a good time at work. Like, dude, you know how hard it is to have a good time in the refinery at work. It's
As soon as you
difficult.
walk in, it's already bullshit.
It's already bullshit. Like, so that's why I try to always tell my family, like, hey, come with me, so I can have someone, so I don't have to be working with these assholes anymore. I want to have someone that I fuck with, you know. Unfortunately, no one has wanted to come, but
Yeah, I know.
But
Because
fuck,
honestly,
dude.
man, that's huge when you're going anywhere to work. And in your guys' case, it's obviously you guys have to deal with rougher elements. But I think, yeah, it's the people that you're surrounded by.
it's because these guys, they work hard. I've seen them with my own
Yeah.
eyes. Like, dude, they've gotten the shittiest jobs. Like, there was a job I'm like, fuck. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, thank God I didn't get this job. And I see them like busting ass. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, you know, like these guys are hitters. You know, I feel bad. I'm like, man, I kind of want to be part of the hitter crew. You know, but
Well,
the-
since he
You're
has
like,
an
but not
action,
really.
Never mind.
I was like, well, you know, I had my fair share, so whatever, you know, I let him get the baton a little bit, but I'm like, you know what, dude, like, fuck, dude, like, I do feel bad. I'm like, man, these guys are, but then, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, they got my respect
Hell yeah.
for whatever it means. And I'm telling you, like, I don't really respect a lot of people. A lot of people don't really get my respect, but you guys got my respect. So, to me,
And
shit,
it's
I'll never say
appreciated.
anything bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll say how it is. Like, yo, the guys work. They get shit done. I mean, what the fuck? I can't say nothing bad. Dude, if you get your job done and you work, like, what the fuck can I say?
Yeah.
What can I say? Like, they work
They
hard.
just nitpicking,
They-
bro.
they-
If anybody says anything, you know what you fucking
That's-
accomplished.
That's what I was
the
saying
fuck does it
earlier.
matter?
Like,
Yeah,
don't
dude,
give a
I got
fuck.
no, like, so I feel like if they say anything after that, it's like, okay, you're just being kind of picky now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, the guy's
You're
getting.
being a
dude,
hater.
Bro,
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this, dude. The experience I got is get it done, make it passable, and get it the fuck done, and boom, next,
Yeah.
Yeah,
next,
that's all
next,
it is.
next. It's not no fucking. We wanted to look fucking A1. No, dude, it's get it done, get it fast, and boom, bounce to the next one. And I'm all for that, and I know you guys are all for that,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, shit.
You know,
It's
and
turn
I'm
around
with
in
it
and
too. I'm
out,
like,
come on.
at the end of the day, I could worry less about fucking detail and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as I said earlier, though, I mean, there comes a point where you know, like, where there's push, you kind of have to kind of fucking
Yeah.
deep down, just kind of slow it down on your own behalf,
Yeah.
right? But you know,
Yeah, no, guys, thank you for joining us, man. Yeah, it's a lot of. I learned a lot today, man.
yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't have
that's-
explained any of this, man.
No,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
and
It's gotta be a group fucking chat for sure.
and there's still a lot more. Like,
You guys need to come back
possibly
to
do
so
like
we
a
could-
part 2 to it. Yeah, because
Definitely.
When are you guys dipping to Texas?
I leave Friday.
December.
Friday, but you guys are coming back, no?
Yeah, I'm coming back. Yeah.
All right,
So
so
whenever you guys are back, definitely, man.
yeah, let's go for round
And
2.
we could bring Sean. He has.
Yeah,
lots
bring him,
Yeah,
dude.
bring them.
We're
Yeah,
we're
has a
all
lot
for
to
that.
say.
Yeah, because now there's a lot of there's a lot of new supervision coming in, and the way that
Yeah.
the way that they think, the way they operate, the way they do things, it was like you'd never believe it. You never believe it. Like,
You'll see the next week.
yeah.
Wait,
You'll
there's new
see-
people coming
Yeah,
in?
you'll see in.
No,
next week.
not here, not
No.
here, but like
Oh,
into
thank
the
God.
into the industry itself.
Oh, fuck. thank
There's
God.
new, yeah,
You're all
no.
scared and shit. You're like,
I'm like, who?
fuck, what's gonna happen on
Oh,
Monday?
fuck,
Actually-
man.
They're new to you, but old to us. But
Wait, are they worse or better?
it's same shit. Different guy, but same shit.
Like, we need more stoners in the refineries.
Yeah.
Like,
uh,
laid back. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, no more coke people,
Yeah.
you know?
but you know,
Lay off the coke, guys. We're not all on
No
coke.
more coke people.
We're trying to chill here.
yeah, but as far as the whole traveling thing goes, man,
It's
it's
worth
like
it.
everything. You're not gonna know until you try it.
Yep.
I
Me
tried
per-
it. It was the shit.
Me personally,
It was beautiful.
and you probably won't believe it, bro, I fucking hate it.
Really? Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
You hate it in
I-
multiple
I-
ways.
I
Like,
hate it, but it's like one of those things, like, you learn to make peace with it. You know,
But for your instance, you hate it because of being away from family, right?
being away from it, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, and I have a 10-year-old, a
Yeah.
5-year-old, and then a year and a half old. And bro, for every
Pressure,
single
man.
for every single one of them, I've missed so many things. So many things that is like there's no amount of money will ever bring me back. You know
Yeah.
what I missed.
But you can't, like, obviously you can't look at it that way because you're trying to provide for your family.
Yeah,
So it's
I
like,
just keep I keep that away try
Yeah.
to tuck it into the very back. And
No matter what you do, it's gonna hurt you. And
Yeah,
And depression
it
is
is
something
bro.
huge
And it's
in
real, bro.
here.
It's real because everybody wants to be successful in their own way. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And really in any industry, any career, man. Just all I can say is, whatever it is that you decide to do, whether you want to go to college, whether you want to pursue, construction, whatever it is, man, just do it. You know, go hard or go home. Pretty much it. You know,
Yep.
that's all it is. And
But blood and sacrifice will get you there.
oh yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah.
And you guys are already
Yeah,
seeing the pros to that.
Hard work.
Fucking
Hard-
badass
hard
trucks, badass houses.
Hard work.
But
Your family's good. I mean,
but then again, the sacrifices that you make to accomplish
Yeah.
that.
yeah, it's
you know?
tough. It's not all fun and games,
Yeah,
you
like
know.
me, I got my house 2 years ago, right? Brand new house. In those 2 years, I only been there 4 months, and it's not like 4 consecutive months.
4
you know?
months, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a week here, a day there, and
Yeah,
out of
people
2
don't
years, 4
realize
months.
in this
You know?
like in this current generation, like with stuff on social media and stuff, people don't realize, like they don't think of,
yeah, people
oh, like,
see.
oh, that guy, oh, he's a rich guy, or
Yeah,
he's
people
this
see, bro,
because he
like,
has that
oh,
house.
he has a
It's like-
car, he has a house, he
Like,
has.
no,
his
man,
He
you
went
don't
the extra
realize
mile.
you don't realize
Yeah.
the sacrifice this person is making, and like what like the sacrifice the family has to make too.
Yeah,
Like,
just
Mhm.
just imagine the position on the wife having
And-
to deal with the kids.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
By
you know,
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
just
go
by
into that
herself,
because
like-
you're only as good as the person beside you.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely, dude. If you have a woman that's next to you and she doesn't, back you up 100%, you're no
gonna
good.
fail.
You're
gonna
screwed, yeah.
fail. Yeah, you're gonna fail. So it's like, in our in our situation, from what we're in, big thanks to them.
Yeah.
Big thanks to them because literally, bro, without them, we wouldn't be here today having this podcast with you because, to me, I always tell my wife she's my best friend. She's my partner.
For sure.
And whether or not I need her financially, that's besides the point, But the fact that she does everything else so well, that it makes up for whatever financial gap there's between both of us. That I don't care for it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hell
yeah.
So, like I said, whatever it is that you do, just hit it hard as as best as you can, and whatever you do, you're not gonna like it unless it's like, oh shit, I want to be a doctor.
Sitting down, chilling,
yeah, or
getting money.
whatever. Yeah, then until then it'll change. But for me, till I get where I want to be, I'm gonna go where it's the best bang for my buck.
This
Yeah.
is the burden of the man. You either have time with your family and not enough money, or enough money and not enough time with your family.
Yeah, you can't.
So
ever
we
Yeah,
all
it's gonna
understand
be
that.
like this,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's where a good woman comes in.
For sure. She'll
Because-
understand.
Yeah, and not only will she understand, bro, but she'll tell your kids why it is that you're not there,
Yeah.
and
And
she'll help them
she'll-
understand.
That is true, man. My
And she'll
wife
help
tells
them,
my
bro,
kids all the
and she'll
time.
help them understand, bro, because and in part two, we'll go into it as well, but your kids will hate you or your kids will love you based off what your wife tells them.
Yep.
Dude, that's so fucking true. That's why
Yeah.
baby mamas, man, they got them kids like
there's some-
militarized.
Bro, there's some of them out there that
They're
are
ready
so
to shoot
fucking
your
bitter
ass.
that
They got you on shoot
Shit,
on
bro.
sight and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
no.
it gets crazy.
these are never ending topics, bro, because
Yeah.
there's so many ideas that come into play that it's like, fuck.
Nah,
You can't ever agree on just one thing.
they gotta come back, dude. And, yeah.
They will,
Well-
because they're gonna go to Texas, and the next time I see them, dude, they're probably gonna have like 10 more kids, and and I'll probably have another 10 more kids. So
And then if you guys end up finding your place in Texas, hopefully, and you have like a good position, then you visit, dude,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I hope you guys start a fucking podcast one day too, man. Shit.
and
Shit.
talk.
I feel
dude,
like
yeah.
shit like this ain't fucking out there enough. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people
It's-
don't know, like, yeah, especially inner, like, the life of, like, especially for you guys work in refineries, like, yeah, like, people don't really
Yeah,
know.
people don't really take their into
Yeah,
consideration.
I like the struggle of the refinery. being
People know,
emphasized,
okay,
for
yeah,
sure.
it's hard-ass labor, and the stuff that you're exposed to is, yeah, like, bad for you, no?
super
Yeah.
bad.
Super bad.
Dude, I
But-
made snow angels in insulation like last year, I think.
You know, but every job
Yeah.
is hard
Said,
in
"Fuck it."
its own way. You know, there's people
Yeah.
that have a desk job like my wife.
It's
She's
just the industry that you're in. It's
yeah,
like,
she-
nah,
she's
it's
a-
not for
she's a
everybody.
It's
legal-
hard for everybody in
Yeah,
their own
they-
way, right? Whatever
yeah.
they do.
like my wife. She's a legal assistant, and like for her, like her eyesight. You know, she's behind a computer screen, a triple monitor. Her eyesight, dude, is killing her.
Fuck.
So I have
That's
to buy. I have to buy like the. I'm probably the wrong name, but the Blu-ray glasses
blue
or some
lens,
shit.
yeah.
And covers for her computer screen so she can, you know, so it won't bother her.
Yeah, they'll
And
make
then-
you blind.
So when
And
you
then
think about
lower
it,
back problems and this and that and da da da.
so you think about it, you're busting your ass physically, and her it's
Mentally,
busting your ass mentally.
Yeah, mentally.
all
yeah.
fucking day.
Yeah,
so
so
it's-
and like I said, it was like it's a team.
yeah,
It's a team. You know, she appreciates what I do, and I appreciate what she does, and together, you know, you'll be
You
good.
accomplish greatness.
you
For sure.
together.
It's like they say, you know. I saw a post on Facebook where there's like, oh, the guy makes like 70,000 a year, the wife makes 50,000 a year. Alone, they're really barely getting by, but together, you know, you're pretty much a wealthy couple. You're like, you know, middle class.
yeah.
So, you know, just about you know how they say it's how do they say it in Spanish? It's like de no tener que aguantarlos. It's like, you know, just find where you can connect, and that's it, bro.
Yeah, well, why do you even
Well
get
said.
married with someone if you can't do things like those? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys did good on that. I feel like I did good on that.
Shit, I
like-
would hope, bro. 3 years, you know, 3 kids later. If I didn't, that's gonna fuck me. You
Yeah,
know?
it's tough. It's-
Child support.
Yeah, cheaper to keep her. Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
You're my best friend.
Oh my god.
You
Yeah, no,
should.
they gotta be your ally. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's number one, dude. If your wife's not your ally, then you're.
Now she's your worst fucking enemy.
you're
I'll
in
tell
for
you
a
that
run. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, there's
For
some miserable fuckers out there, bro.
For sure.
Man, no, thank you guys, and thank you, dude, for introducing me. Like, I'm glad I met you guys.
Oh no, likewise,
Yeah.
likewise.
I met him on
Yeah.
work. I said these some cool mofos. I gotta bring them to the pod.
Yeah, no.
No, this was
Good
this,
vibes.
it was completely different because
I've never done this before.
we've never done nothing like this before.
Hey, Chi-Town and Houston, working together.
It'll be on YouTube.
yeah,
So.
definitely, definitely. Nah,
Yeah,
it,
no, definitely come back, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
it
yeah.
was badass. It was
Yeah.
badass.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
All right.
All right.
And the Drico.